Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today we're going to be playing a new game called Little Rocket Lab, or Little Rocket League, as I keep habitually calling it. I just need to check on my levels after the incidents yesterday with Restream, not really properly working. So we've got all the sound appears to be going through. Is that a good level? I have the music on. I will almost certainly turn the music off at some point because it is the style of music where it's just infinitely repeating, and that's the music that drives me nuts in games. It's not bad music. That's not what it is. It's just, for me personally, constantly repeating music gets a bit problematic. So, audio appears to be coming through. Like this. Hello, Tosha. Welcome, welcome. Says I like this art. Hello, Triggs, and hello to you too. Are you having a good day? I'll explain about the game. So I just need to make sure everything is going through on both Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, looks like whatever problem it was yesterday has kind of resolved. Cool. So this game it's a little unfair to it, but it's helps people understand what it is. Is basically mushing together of Factorio, or maybe Satisfactory might be a bit closer, and Stardew Valley, essentially. And you can kind of tell that from the splash screen. We've got other people, so this is the main character. And basically, you've got other people in it, like as if it was, in the houses, that you're in a town, basically. And as you can see there, you're building a rocket, but it is a building factory management type game. Where you're building transport belts. It's an inserter, but it's not an inserter. That's a splitter. So there are differences basically to how a lot of those games work. But as you can see, we've got this is a mining drill essentially. We end up with a little doggo, and there's like a little robot thing. There's something else to that. It's quite a nice reveal, which I won't spoil. But yes, so I say we're going to start a brand new game. I have been playing it all week. I'm not that far in, but I don't know about speedrunning it, but we will be going through fairly briskly because we really want to get to summer, because as I say, we get something that's massively useful when we get to summer. As you can tell from that, we will call this Trig's Fantastic Machine, or Trig's... just call it Trig's Machine, I think. Cool. So that's effectively the save name, save game, basically. Morgan, that's the main character. Morgan, it's time to go. Where did you run off to? This is us up here. Pico? Is that so? It's one of those characters where it doesn't translate what it says, but everyone knows what it says. Ah, there you are, my dear. It's time to go, Morgan. Your father is waiting. We will have, there are cutscenes and all that sort of stuff, and I will be doing, like I did with the Stardew Valley playthrough, talking them through. I'm kind of expecting this to do like Stardew did, and the views like tank, and people start unsubscribing. I've been really enjoying the game, so I thought we'd give it a shot. Or are you playing in the silo again? You really shouldn't be going in there by yourself. You could get hurt. I'm not going, Auntie. I'm staying here. I'm going to keep working on the rocket. With what tools? I have a hammer. Not everything requires a hammer, my dear. I know this is hard, believe me. I wish you could stay. I absolutely loved having you and your mother here, and I miss her dearly. I've heard that your father's home is very lovely. There will be lots for you to explore there. I thought this was my home. You're right, this is also your home, and it always will be. One day, when you're older, you can come back again. You're always welcome, Morgan. And then we'll work on the rocket together again. Then we'll work on the rocket together again. Promise? Promise. 10 years later. So yeah, so basically, the character you're playing has, divorced parents, as it were, and they've been living with their mother and grandmother, and their mother dies, so they go off to live with their father. Morgan, is that you? This is Veronica. Wait, Veronica? Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's been forever. 10 years to be exact. Leave it to you to know the exact number. I haven't seen you since we were kids. I didn't expect to see anyone on this train, actually. Never mind yourself. What do you mean? Have you looked around? There's literally no one else here. Visitors to St. Ambrose are few and far between these days. The town doesn't have a lot going for it. It's been a rough time since you've been gone. What brought you back? Are you visiting your aunt? I'm moving in, actually. I'm going to be living with Auntie for a while. Oh, this is a good thing, right? I hope so. I've been imagining coming back for years. Now that it's finally happening, I'm worried I'm making a mistake, or it isn't how I remembered it. No, you're definitely not making a mistake. I'm glad to have you back, and I'm sure everyone else will be too. I hope so. It's been so long since I've seen everyone. I'm excited to see how Auntie's rocket project has come along. It must be close to being finished by now. I was hoping that I could help her work on it again, like when I was a kid. Oh, you thought, I see. What? No, I think you coming here to help is just what we need. It's so good that you're back again. I'll stop by your aunt's place later to see how you're settling in. Just wait until I tell Rebecca about this. Still remember where you're going? Not yet, but I'll find my way there. So yeah, your first glimpse of the town. Introducing a game by Carl Schmitz. And no more robots. I might just skip to the thing. It does like a intro type credits. It's I'll be honest, like they could have done with cutting down the initial cutscene type of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of previewing all the places that we'll be doing things. As you kind of tell from it, there's quite a lot that's broken down in the town. So a bit like Stardew, where you sort of fix the bridge and things like that. We'll be doing similar. These are all like rusted up, old bits of machinery. These are like observatory, and so it's quite a big map actually. And now we're back home. This is the rocket silo. Chapter 1, Spring. It is broken up into chapters and they are titled after seasons, but it's not like Stardew where you have 28 days in a season. You can play for as long as you want in each sort of section, but effectively they're like story sections. That may change later on. It may, once you're in the end game, it might just go to proper seasons. All right, a new day. I should talk to Auntie. Maybe she can open up the rocket silo and I can take a look. What we will be doing is sticking fairly closely to the story, as I say, to try and blast through it. These are some like random components, basically, as you can see. So we've already got gears and a bearing. And you see these are all rusted. So any of these things that look like this colour are basically bits of scrap that we can break down and collect. But yeah, we will go down and talk to Auntie. Quite where Auntie sleeps, I don't know, because there's only apparently one floor and one bedroom. I'll come back to you. So, let's talk to Auntie. How was your sleep, my dear? It was good. Thanks again for letting me stay, Auntie. I really appreciate it. Letting you stay? Nonsense, my dear. I'm just happy to see you again. I was wondering how work has been going at the rocket silo. Maybe you could show me around. The silo? No, there's no need to go poking around in there. But I thought maybe I could help out. There's no need to concern yourself with that. We have plenty of work to keep us busy around here. Why don't we get started by breaking down some of this old equipment in the yard? I still have your mother's old hammer here with me. You should have it. Make sure to take good care of it. You can use it to break apart almost anything. So yeah, the hammer is like the general tool. And it's here. I'm going to move it to... So this is your inventory. Just hit, you get it by tab. I will make a lot of mistakes because some of the key binding is a bit weird in my opinion. But there are quite a lot of sort of... It is fairly a quality of life, but yeah, it's quite good. But the key binding is very different to Factorio. But you can pin things basically in positions. So we kind of don't want that hammer to ever move. So if I'm just hitting the middle mouse key, you just click it to pin things. And we can pin anything. You can pin it anywhere you want, you know. I will do that a lot, accidentally, quite a lot. As I say, it does have things like, you know, splitting stacks, but it's not quite as intuitive as the way Factorio does it. You can also, I mean, there's multiple bindings as well, you see, so you can do the locking with E. What I was going to show you, though, is because that's our inventory. If I move that there, this is our quick bar, and it's the same thing, basically. So if I hold Control, I could just scroll through the different rows of the inventory. So that's a quite nice quality of life touch. Time is elapsing, unless you're in certain menus, and it's not all the menus, it should be, to be fixing that. Time does roll on. But as I say, it's like basically it's like a Stardew thing where you have to go to sleep by midnight. But the punishment for it is you just get up a bit later, so your next day is a bit shorter. There's no, you know, there's no particular punishment for it. So these are what we can craft to start with. We obviously don't have many ingredients, but as you can see, we've got conveyor belts and furnaces and power poles and wind turbines. You know, wooden chests to put things in. Item receivers are effectively steel chests to put stuff in. So it's very, very similar to a lot of factory management games. Showing the other bits, we do have a quest system. So this guides you through what you're doing. So you basically got a first quest there is to, you know, talk to everyone in town. You kind of have to talk to people, at, you know, just as a minimum thing, but you don't have to engage with the social side of it if you don't want to. But there is like a gifting system and friendship and, you know, stuff like that if you want to go with that stuff. Out of the old, so break apart old machinery in the front yard with your hammer, remove 10 old buildings from the yard. So that's our first proper quest in the story. I say these are the relationship things. The photos things is like an automatic thing. Once you've done it's like the achievement tracking basically. So you don't really take photos as such. And this is the map. So this is our, you know, our farm as it were. You've then got the sort of beachfront. This here is a dock where ships will be able to, you know, dock basically. This is the rail yard, and stuff will be able to turn up via train. So there's like, that's basically becomes your infinite normal resources, and then you get infinite like special resources from the ships. So although there's lots of resources around the town, eventually we'll get access to infinite stuff. So as you see, there's a university there. That'll be where we do a lot of the research. So we'll kind of go on those. We've got like the observatory and the lighthouse and all that sort of stuff. So it is a big map. We will also be able to buy like extensions basically. So this area here in particular, we will be able to get access to that by just buying access to it with coins. And you get a lot of coins for doing quests. You know, it's that sort of a thing. As I say, I'm keeping the music on for now, but eventually we'll probably turn it off. Cool. Okay, so using the hammer and using anything is basically, you can use the E key or you can right click. You have to have it selected. So I usually just, you know, wander around with the right click and use that. There's no like energy system like in Stardew, so you're not, you know, trying to conserve energy or having to eat food or anything like that. I mean, there is food and that's part of it. That ping was us doing the first quest, but I'm going to keep going and kind of take it all down. This is, I mean, I say, well, yeah, this is a big part of the game is deconstructing everything. But these are like underground belts, so there's that in the game. They're very generous with the undergrounds. It has like I think it's a 9-tile reach. Cool. But there's no, you know, like energy penalty for doing all this. But we might as well deconstruct it all because we will have to eventually. Hello, Police Politics. How you doing? Hope you're well. I wonder, can you build transport belts through the town? You can indeed, yeah. So, whether we'll get to do... In fact, I might just go and see if I can meet people, because we've got that, quest to meet 10 people. And I can show you, there's stuff throughout the town. And if I just throw down a couple of when we start building stuff, I'll throw down some transport belts. It actually kind of encourages you to build throughout the town. And there's quite a comical thing you can do with the it calls it a town, so we'll try and call it that, but it's a village really. So these are the resource patches. So this is coal, copper, iron, basically iron ore. Right, so let's talk to Auntie. That looks much better. Look how much you've already gotten done. My back is sore already. Oh my dear, we've barely even started. Now let's try to turn some of the components into new conveyor belts. Take a look at the journal I gave you by pressing escape, and try to craft some conveyor belts by hand. So yeah, just the crafting menu. It's a bit oriented towards console, so it is one of those hold the button down, but you can make everything automatically. I probably won't be to start with, just because it's a bit complicated to set up both the things it wants me to build and automating production of things like belts. I'm actually going to make loads of these. Now let's take a look at what you've put together. Those are some mighty fine belts you built there. You've got a real knack for this. Try placing them under some of the crates around the yard, as well as pick up and putting down some crates. You can change the direction a conveyor belt is moving by pressing F before you place it. You can also remove and pick them up again by hitting them with your hammer. So basically, I'm going to move these like all the components. Let's put them there. I say we can just scroll wheel up and down, as well as say moving between the different slots. How you build things, how you do anything, so you can use the E, but generally speaking, you can use the right click. And as you can see, it's sort of auto direct. What it wants me to do is this basically. Move the crates around like that. To pick them up, say we just get the hammer, give it a wallop, like so, basically. So this is, just teaching us, it's tutorializing us basically. And we can place them down as well. It's picking them straight back up again. Because they're items, they're like those type of items rather than those type of items, if you see what I mean. Looks like you've got the hang of this. There's only so much scrap to break apart though. You'll need to produce components from scratch if you want to keep building new machinery. The first step is to use a furnace to smelt ores into bars. You can make a furnace by mining the nearby rocks for stone. Find the blueprint for a furnace in the journal. Try building one and filling it with coal and iron ore. You can mine nearby deposits by hitting them with your hammer. Items can be loaded to machines by hand or by belt. To load by hand, select coal or ore in your quick bar and blah 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 blah, standing in front of the furnace. So basically, again, use the right click to transfer stuff in. You can also rotate the furnace before you place it by pressing RB, or T rather. Cool, so we will eventually, it doesn't give it to you to start with. It's one of the things, first thing you research basically is a drill. So we will have to hand mine up some stuff in order to do what she's asked us to do. I'll just show you the quests. It does track them all. I don't know if it has a log somewhere of like completed quests, but yeah. So basically, this is the thing. If you can put them on screen basically, and you can end up with quite a few. And as you can see, the UI is quite big. You can scale the UI, but we can turn them off if you don't fancy doing it, or you just don't want to track it. Don't want to have it cluttering up screen, you can just turn them off. Cool, so let's talk to Veronica, although we've already obviously met Veronica. Hey Morgan, I wanted to check in to see how you're doing. How was your night? Good. Auntie has a spare room upstairs that I'm using. It's cosy, but I like it. And she's already put me to work cleaning up the place. Oh boy, I can't say I'm surprised. Make sure to stop by the town later when you get a break. There's a few different shops you can check out. My fiancée Jamie runs the local bakery. Wait, you're engaged? You never told me this. Right, sorry, we have a lot to catch up on. I am perpetually engaged. We've been putting off the wedding for a few years now. The bakery hasn't been doing so well, and it's hard to prioritise a wedding when you're not sure how much longer we can keep the doors open. Jamie's sweet, but he's not great at prioritising. We can't run a business if he doesn't try to make more sales or actually charge people for things. I'll make sure to stop by then. My coffee fix alone might be enough to turn things around. I would imagine you'll need it. Good luck with the cleanup. I think Ilonica is going to keep you very busy. The sort of silly thing you can do with them, they have very fixed routes and they don't have pathfinding. So basically, if I put that belt there, she would just get stuck on the belt because it's in the way. And you can basically trap all of the NPCs in place. But yes, we're going to have to mine up to do this quest. We're going to have to mine up some iron and coal by hand. So we will get 20 of these if we can. You see, it's quite quick. It's not like a slow process. There we go. We're also going to need some rock because we want to make the actual furnace. I think we already picked some up because I did all of the clearance. Let's get 20 of them. This is obviously wood. This will disappear very shortly. Don't use wood for a lot, but it is used for a few things. So if we mine up some coal as well. Of them. Cool. So what I'm actually going to do, because we know we're going to be building some stuff. Now you can build it in this, like, you can build anywhere basically, but it's a bit sort of a pain essentially. Building in this area, it gets very cramped very quickly. So I'm actually going to kind of go this way, and of course I know, that I'm going to get a mining drill, so I'll put a belt down. If we handcraft up. I'm actually probably going to craft 2 of them. And then that. Oops. Did that the wrong way around. So if we get rid of it. Put it back down again. No. Selected. There we go. As you see, it changes that to indicate its thing. There's no real inserters in the game. Everything is has like it either is a loader or it functions like a loader. So you basically have belts going straight into machines, which is actually quite convenient and nice. We will get something that looks like an inserter, but as I said in the intro, it's actually a splitter. It's a bit strange. So do I have any power poles? I'm going to craft some of them up, because we will obviously need to use lots of them. We will also make a wind turbine, just because we got the stuff. The item receiver is like a chest, essentially. As you can see, we've got assemblers here as well to make the things. Let's just do a couple of them. Cool. Oh, it's only asked us to do this. I'm just preemptively putting them in, so I will chuck those in. This is a level 1 furnace, and it only has 1 input, so we'll have to hand feed in coal. But it's pretty efficient. It's only used 2, and we get a recipe to halve it. So we will also put all of the iron ore that we've got in, and as you see, it's spat an iron bar out. So it's got all the option. You can optimize things. This is going to produce 30 a minute if we can feed it with 30 iron ore a minute, which is I think a level 1 miner produces half that. I think it might be perfectly matched. I can't remember, but as you can see, it's doing stuff. Now what we're then going to do, in fact, let's talk to Auntie, because she might task us to do it. Would you look at that? Still warm and everything. Since these furnaces only have 1 input, you'll need to load coal or in by hand. Okay. The university might have a blueprint for a better type of furnace. The next step is to use an assembler to produce items automatically. Crafting things by hand takes too long and will only get you so far. Try building an assembler. After you place it, your journal will open so you can select what you want the assembler to build. Try feeding it iron bars from the furnace using conveyor belts. Then you won't need to load it by hand. You'll need to power the assembler by placing a power pole nearby. You can connect the nearby power poles together to get power from the house. So yes, so it does have like a picker basically, but it's not quite as obvious that you've done the picking as in Factorio. So what I mean by that is I obviously crafted these power poles. If I hit Q, you see how it's auto-selected it? And it will shift down to wherever you've got them. So I don't think I did. Well, I can do it actually. If I move there. So if I hit then Q, you see how it drops to the second row? So it is a picker, but you still have to do the right click to do it. This is build mode. And one of the other things I would say that's a little inconvenient is it counts you as being in the way, because some of these objects you can't actually move past. So you can often, you know, try to build something and then you're in the way, so you then have to cancel, then move out again, then try and build. So it can be a little, it takes a little practice to get used to that. Okay, so I think I'm too far away. There we go. So if we put that there, and then we'll just pop this up here somewhere. Let's put it there. Where's the assembler? Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong row, aren't I? There we go, that's fine. Okay. And that round. Good. I think she said iron plates, I can't remember. So yeah, so you can do the, just do the thing like that. Now, is she going to tell us to put it into the auto chest thing? Excellent work. Now we need to take these iron plates and turn them into conveyor belts automatically. Build a second assembler using a journal and configure it to make conveyor belts. You can chain the two assemblers together, conveyor belts, so that the iron plates from one assembler are fed directly to the next one. So, if we then go doot and we go doot, then we can pick conveyor belts. These conveyor belts using assembler. So let's just see if she tells us to do it so I don't auto skip it, as it were. Last step we need is a way to collect the items you produce automatically. Try building a receiver using a journal and connect it with conveyor belts to the output from the last assembler. You can open the receiver, take items directly out of it. So yeah, so you basically have these special items, and they are like chests with loaders, basically. It's called a receiver. It doesn't need power, it's just automatic. But yeah, if we do that... Oops! Looks like I didn't put the belt down properly. Oh no, it's making belt, isn't it? There we go. I thought I'd accidentally dropped it on the floor. You can limit the chests. You can obviously click, but if you can just hold down and it'll do it. Again, it's a bit more console oriented than Factorio's controls. I'd love to have belts all over town instead of having to go grocery shopping, take the trash out manually, exploiting people for deliveries, putting belts on a belt. Yeah. So I'll just let this chug away. I will restock this. You see, it's already 8:45 PM, which is why it's gone dark. 10 conveyor belts to the receiver. Oh, there we go. So she's trying to move, and I put a belt in the way. Now there's a funny thing you can do later on that kind of bypasses that. But yeah, so if I like delete the belt basically, then she'll wander off. Okay, so we've done that. It's 9:20. Like 10 PM is your allocated bedtime. You can stay up late till 12. Look at that, just humming along. It really takes me back. How I miss the sound of the factory. Auntie, why won't you show me the rocket silo? I'm sorry, Morgan, but we can't work on the rocket. In fact, you should stay out of the silo entirely. The main doors are seized shut anyways. But I could... No. And I would prefer it if we don't talk about this anymore. If you're looking for something else to help with, perhaps you can help me with repairing Pico. Some of his parts have worn out. I was meaning to build the replacement parts myself, but time got away from me. You see that notice there? It's very aggressive with telling you that. So basically when you get to 10 o'clock, the game will basically just like pause and do a little animation, because it's very easy to just pass out, and it's a bit sort of a pain in the bum if you're halfway through something. Go see Rebecca at the university. She can help you research the parts needed for his repairs. Press M to open your map and mark the university is for you. This is one of the things, it's a really nice quality of life feature, especially because you get Stardew Valley-like things where, you know, it's like do this or provide this item for this person. Once you've done the thing, it'll literally put an arrow over their head, and it's dynamic. So I can't remember what her name is. Rebecca, I think it is at the university at the moment. When she goes home, it'll show the arrow moving around to track her. So when you need to do something for someone and like turn in the quest, you can always instantly find them. Obviously, if it's middle of the night, you can't because they've gone home. But yes, so this is our next job, repairing Pico. This is Pico, basically. Oh my gosh, Pico, I've missed this robot. Looks like Auntie was maybe doing some repairs. He seems to be missing a few pieces. Yeah, so this is what we've got to provide, and we can't make some of these yet, is what basically the point is. So it's a quest to get us to, go through research. You could do a quick deposit, which has also got a nice thing there. Unlike some other games like this, once you put them in, you've put them in. You can't get them back out again, as far as I'm aware. So if I hit that, we would, 5 of our gears would go in, 1 of our bearings, and then we haven't got the other 2. So I'm going to leave them. Let's pick those up. It's 10:45. Let's just get rid of the bits of trash that for some reason Auntie has left lying around the house. Hello Dundar, welcome. I just joined. Is this game just automation like Factorio? Does it have the farm life RPG aspects of a game like Stardew as well? It does indeed. So, oops, that's the wrong button. It does. It's not quite as strong as Stardew on the life sim stuff, but it is there. As you can see, we're getting a red warning on the time, and it's flashing at us. These are effectively chests, basically. So we've got some bits and pieces here. If you look in a chest, and it's one that the game has placed, and then you don't want the thing or you've not got any room, when you go out, it then puts a thing over telling you what's in there, which I thought was a really nice quality life thing as well. But we will head to bed, or shall we? Let's see if we can sneak in a couple of these first. I say quite where Auntie sleeps, I don't know, but okay, so I've got a few more bits and pieces. And yes, very much like Stardew Valley, it only saves when you finish a day. So if you quit out beforehand, you can. It's useful from a point of view of if you've messed something up or you wanted to do something and you didn't do it, you can effectively restart the day. But it's not like as far as I'm aware, there's no. You can gift things to people and make friends that way. But I don't believe there are birthdays. So you can't sort of miss a day. There will be timed quests though. So there are some things that you have to do within a certain time frame, but usually incidental things. There's nothing that I'm aware of that is critical to the critical path that means you haven't done things. It gives us a nice summary of what we've done basically. So I mined up 380 items. It includes the picking up the junk basically. We smelted 29 ores and produced 43 items. There are some achievements related to amount produced basically. Quite what workplace accidents is, I don't know, because there's a sort of combat system in the game, and there are mines like in Stardew, but not really the same. We can also interact with a few things, so we can't with our desk, I don't think. But if we were to for example, so you can do if I wanted to have the chair there for some reason, so you can do decorating and we will get access to stuff. I see it's a beautiful sunny spring day. Whether weather has any influence on anything, I don't know, but it does tell you those things. We've got more stuff here. As you see, we've also got shortcuts, so R just is take all. One of the things that is really nice, let's see if I can split a stack. I can never remember which it is. It's Control Z, is it? There we go. So if I press deposit, you would think, like in most games, it would put everything in, but it filters it based on what you've put in, basically. So if I do that, it only puts the iron plate in, which I thought was a really nice little quality life thing. But we want all of those. Cool. Nothing else there for us to do. We have mail. We also have a tennis ball. I wonder what that could possibly be. Just arrived at Cliff's General Store. We have some new backpacks that have just come in case you need to carry more things around. We've also got all kinds of machines and supplies in stock. Make sure to stop by the General Store for anything you need. Have a great day, Cliff. The game looks kind of great. Is there a leveling system? Not as such. There is machine leveling. So we can build at the moment like level 1 assemblers and level 1 furnaces. Eventually there will be level 2 furnaces, level 2 assemblers. But no, there's no, you don't do fishing and level up fishing. You don't do, combat and level up combat. That I'm aware. Certainly there's no UI for it. But yes, we do get better machines, and we do that via research, which is what we're going to go and explore now. Cool. Because our quests are the Pico, go to the university, and introductions, talking to people in town. So we will see if we can find people. I'll kind of go a circuitous route. As you can see here, this is another part of the map. And as you can see, the belts go, when you do, one of the things I would say, a little complaint, is that it can be a little tricky. It's why they've got the different tiles, so that you can place a belt down. And you see it's got the arrows. And you see they're filled in, but it can be a little confusing sometimes as to which ones you've done. But that's sort of showing you where you've got connections. So that's sort of saying, green one, that's where it is. Solid green one, rather. I think they should do red and green, basically, or something like that. You see how it's not quite showing it? So yeah, so that can be a little tricky, I would say, to work out. But it's hardly a significant number. But yeah, you pass things between the maps, basically. Does sometimes need you to move away from the tile in order to go back. This is obviously the rocket silo. We will get access to that. And then we've got this area. This is quite a big area with nice amounts of resources for what we're going to do. It's covered in junk. These are just little rocks, basically. So it's just, obstacles / more rock. But as you can see, whoever was building here before has been moving lots of resources around. These are, I don't know if there's any other use for them, but you can gift them to the villagers like you do in Stardew, and that's how you sort of level up friendship. I have not really played much about with that, because they have like gifts they like and don't like. We've got a little sign here, so it says to the lighthouse, you see. It's a bit like Stardew again. Looks like Factorissimo. Would be fun to accelerate other people's movement by placing belts in specific locations. Unfortunately, they won't stand on belts, but you can do something to interact with them. It's been boarded shut, so the lighthouse is clearly defunct. Notice how it's got like a power connector there. And this is the beach. We always run, basically, so if you wanted to walk, just hold shift and it'll go into a walk mode. Life raft. Let's see if there's anyone in here. Pete. Well, look who it is. I think I'm owed a hello. Wait, Pete. Oh my god, how have you been? Oh, can't complain. For a moment there, I thought you didn't recognise me. How could I forget? I remember thinking you were an actual giant when I was a kid. Well, if you keep your head up high, maybe one day you'll grow up as tall as old Pete. I think I finished growing years ago. I'm stuck this height now. It sure is good to see you though, Pete. How are things? Well, I'm sure you've heard how business has been. I've had some new people move in through over the years. Sabrina opened up the tavern by the port. It was a pretty busy spot up until the pier closed. Now it's just us locals. Still, you should stop by sometime in the evening. It would be nice to see another familiar face. Will do. I'll see you around, Pete. So yeah, so you've got, little places for people to live, and, as we see here, we've got little goodies to pick up. Seashells that somebody probably likes, but as I say, I've not really messed with that system at all. In fact, let's see if can I give that to you? Yeah, a bit hard to do. No, I think I've hit the wrong key there, sorry. Do you want to give spiral shell to Pete? Yes. Kind of drowning in seashells these days, so I assume he doesn't like that. Let's have a see what it did. So it didn't give us a friendship point, basically, which makes sense because his reaction was fairly negative. This is just grass. You see, lots of junk that people have been, or our mother basically has been building with. And here we have the tavern. See, this is the dock, basically, so we will get access to a cargo ship. Locked. 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. Oh, it's not 12. Oh, 5 minutes. Okay. I'm not going to bother picking all this up, and the reason for that will become clear. Here's the tavern. Yeah, so it's open, but there's no one here. There is no one in. Oh my gosh, so cute. Hey there, little guy. I don't know about cute. It looks like lunch to me. I like this myself. What's this called here? They have little, little bits and pieces. So we're not going to go through all little comments and stuff. Oh, who's that? Come here, you. Hi there. I don't think we've met. I'm Morgan. Oh, hi, Morgan. I'm William. Sorry, I was lost in thought for a moment there. Did you just arrive in town? I did, though I used to live here a long time ago and stay with my auntie Ilonka at the old silo. You don't say. I've always been curious about that place. I just moved here a few years ago myself. Going to study astronomy under a lease at the observatory. She's a very gifted scientist. Someone's walking past. Hang on. But we had to close down the observatory until after the telescope malfunctioned. She's been staying at my place until we can get it up and running again. But it's just a tiny cottage, not nearly as sophisticated as what she's probably used to. You'll have to keep me updated on progress, though. Hopefully one day we can be of some help. Come back. So you can build on all of this, so there are some places you can't build, but if I wanted to build belts here, I can build belts here. If I wanted to fill this lovely village with furnaces and assembly machines and mining equipment, then I am certainly free to do that. Hello there, miss. What can I do for you? It's me, Morgan. I just arrived back in town the other day. Oh, yes, I remember now. You're Lyda's daughter, aren't you? My apologies for not recognizing you. You've grown up quite a bit. It's all right. Does the station keep you busy? Oh, less so than it used to. You saw how busy the train was on the way here. I think our only two passengers were you and Miss Veronica. We used to get regular shipments of ore in, but that stopped a long time ago, right about when the silo stopped needing new material. But thankfully, the rail company has kept the station open. I don't know what we'd do if it was closed completely. Anyways, you take care, Morgan. Good to have another young face around here. He's basically like a train driver, I think, is the idea. I didn't go in. Did I go in this house? I didn't go in here, did I? Oh, no one there. So you can click on a lot of those stuff and get little, notes and all that sort of things. I swear it's 3 o'clock. I think the university closes at 5. So I don't think there should be anyone in here. Just a little church. Notice the cracked bell. But yeah, let's head to the university. So there's no time pressure on it. We could spend 5 days before we go to the university. It's not going to wrap over into a new season until we do the right stuff. This is like that. In fact, should we go in there? Have I got time? So this is like the mayor's... what do you call it? Like the town hall, basically. Hello, you must be Ilonka's niece I've heard so much about. That's right, how did you know? I try my best to stay on top of everything around here. My name's Carter, I'm the mayor, actually. Oh wow, that's amazing. Have you been doing it for long? About 5 years now, shortly after I moved here. I wish I could say things have been going great, but it's been a bit of a struggle. A lot of businesses have been closing down around town. Been trying to find ways to bring it back, but we just don't have a lot of industry going on anymore. Yeah, it seems like the town has changed a lot since I left. Well, there's always hope we can turn it back around again. Speaking of which, if you find yourself needing any upgrades or renovations to your property, make sure to stop by my desk. I'm there every morning until 9 a.m. It's nice to finally meet you, Morgan. Always glad to have more people here. So this is his desk here. Yeah, it's open first thing. And basically, like I said, you can certainly buy... more land, but it mentions there about doing extra upgrades to your house, but I've not touched that. Oh, there we go. I was trying to get there before 5 o'clock. Hello over there. Hello, sorry, I don't think we're open right now. Not even for me. Wait, Mo? No way. I can't believe you're going to call me Mo. Okay, yeah, sorry. Mo, it's been so long. Veronica told me that you were back in town. Are you staying with your aunt? Yeah, I'll be at her place for a while. I was hoping to help her work on the rocket, but she doesn't seem to want to talk about it much. It's been a hard last few years here for a lot of people, your aunt included. She used to come in here all the time for research, but over time it's really slowed down. I actually haven't seen her stop by in months now. Is there any way I can help you guys out? Auntie gave me a list of parts needed for repairing Pico. For some of these, I'm not sure how to make. Can I take a look? I can certainly draft up the blueprints for these. You're going to need a lot of material, though. I could also come up with some blueprints for a drill for you, something you could use to mine rocks automatically. Seriously, you would do that for us? I'd be happy to. Truth be told, even the university has been short of funding, so there hasn't been any money for research. And with that, finishing my masters. Honestly, this is the most interesting thing to come by here in a long time. If you want to start a new research item first, see me at the desk here to select what you'd like to research. After you do that, there's some additional help I'll need from you. Let's step outside for a minute. To draft new blueprints, I'll need you to deliver components that I can use for my research. When you select a new research item on the desk, it will list what components you'll need to deliver. Once you finish crafting the requirements, you can drop them in the chute here anytime. You can also inspect the drop box itself to see your current progress. Alright, I'll get started on that right away. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Anytime, come see me once you're done. Right, let's quickly go over, because so we need to do it by 5, I think. Hey Mo, what would you like to research? So here we go, you see. So here's the drill. So this will automate our mining. What she's talking about is that you don't make science packs. You basically deliver items to do the research. It's a bit more like Satisfactory than Factorio in that regard. Initially, the amounts you have to deliver are, 60 is just like a stack, and then 10. The gears stack to 50. It will get up to literal thousands for doing some of the research. So you might have seen, well, I can't show you, but there's like boarded up entry holes, and basically you're better off just building something in town and like putting the stuff in automatically. But yeah, so the first thing we've got on offer is the drill. To repair Pico, we would need to do tier 2, but the drill is so useful, and I think we've probably already got 60 gears, or we can make them, that we will do this. And what we have to do though, perfect, once the requirements are delivered, we can get started drafting the blueprint for you. You have to deliver them. I'll open the menu. You see how time has elapsed? So this is one of the things they're tweaking, in that when you talk to people, it's going to stop having time elapsed, because it's easy to start one of those things and then think, oh, I'll get a drink while it's going, and time is elapsing. So let's just talk to, I can't remember what her name is. Oops. I keep doing that as well. I keep right clicking on people when I'm holding the hammer. So I'm basically hitting them with a hammer. I don't think you've met before. I'm Morgan. So this is Morgan. Oh, I've heard about you. You just moved in with Ilonka, right? Well, word travels fast around here. I did, yeah. It's been a long time, but it's good to be back. Those look like university colours. Are you a student? I am. Oh, sorry, I'm Nor. Just moved in here last year. I'm working as a research assistant for Rebecca while I finish my undergrad. It's been a bit of an adjustment. Rebecca isn't really one for conversation. I hope she doesn't think I'm a nuisance. If I remember right, excuse me, she can take a bit to get to what? She can take a bit to get to open up. A bit of time maybe to get to open up, but I'm sure you'll do just fine. Thanks, I hope so. So yeah, it's now 6 o'clock, and you see Rebecca's gone. So effectively, research is closed for the day. But that doesn't stop you putting stuff in. So we can always come here, put it in manually. So we will deposit. So we've done the research for the drill, but we can't finish that research because she's not here to finish it off. But that will also then allow us to do the research for the, to queue up the research for the level 2 research for Pico. These are the, well, eventually we'll say these will get taken off and we can put stuff in direct. And you see there's iron, coal, and I think there's copper down here, or there's copper, there you go, a little bit of copper down there. So you can make most of the basic things, but we'll wander around and we'll see if we can find any other people to talk to. It is a big map. You do move quick through it, but it is a big map. Okay, let's head over here. We've got a train carriage car. Even more junk. Hello. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise someone was in here. Oh yeah, you can just leave whatever at the door. Sorry, I don't think we've met. I'm Morgan. Is this your home? Benson, it's more of a lab, really. Wait, this is a lab? No, this is a flash. Can you help me hold this for a second? Sure. You might want to cover your eyes, Morgo. It's going to get real bright in here. There won't be... So there's a lot of this stuff because we're doing the intros and cutscene. You can skip it all, you know, but... did you say Morgo? No, I said it's going to get real bright in here. But yeah, so this is mostly for the intros, and then we have to do significant things. There'll be a cutscene, but it's not going to be me reading things out for the entire playthrough. Perfect, that's awesome. Oh god, my eyes. Yeah, you might want to cover them next time. Thanks for the tip, Benson. Don't mention it, Morgo. Morgo. Yeah, you can do like my new originals, and you know, these people all have like functions as well. You know, there's like different reasons to go for them, and don't have to speak any other languages. Works. I understand that perfectly. But yeah, so they they all have additional things other than just being people, as it were. Let's go in here. Oh no, she doesn't arrive till later. So there is someone who will turn up there. We've got like a pond thing, and you'll notice here the bridge is broken. So clearly that's going to be something we're going to have to do. Let me just get the map up. Yeah, I need to be on the other side of the railway track. So eventually we'll get trains coming in, and we'll be taking stuff out of there, you know, cargo holds and all sorts of stuff. This is where you see, station isn't particularly busy these days, but I like to keep it clean nonetheless. I want to reflect well on the town. So he's the station master / train driver, I believe. So we can build on absolutely all of this if we want to. You do move faster on belts, I think. What time is it? 8:25. So there is a mine. In fact, there's two mines, I think. I don't know if they connect. I've never really gone through. But it has little, like, slimes in it. You do take damage, but I've never seen, like, a damage, you know, like a health bar. There'll be a way of kind of dealing with them later. You see also, it's got power connection and stuff like that. So there's another mine down by the beach. I didn't show you that. But this, I believe, is where I think Rebecca and Nora live. Yeah, certainly Nora anyway. And then, can I get up there in time? You see, it's 9:10 already. A 15. Can I make it? So up here is just a, you know, building area basically. I don't know whether you can do like minecarts. They are there, but I don't know if they're, you know, like an obstacle or, whoops, we can actually do a minecart system. I've not got that far. And then we've got the observatory. Observatory shouting mission until further notice. Again, obviously, Stardew Valley style. It's something we'll be fixing because nobody in this town does any work apart from us. There you go. So it really flags up time is running out, sort of thing, because so it's not massively punishing. You just get up a bit later, but it can be inconvenient if you're halfway through something and suddenly the game's like, nope, you've passed out. Okay. Up there is a hydroelectric dam. We won't touch that for the time being. But down here, we are back into our farm area. So we did not, I don't think we spoke to hardly anybody, did we? How many did we get? 9 out of 16, yes. There's a few, I mean, there's the main town I didn't really even go through. But as you can see, it takes a long time to run around. I believe you do move faster on belts, so it might be worth setting up a thing. But there's a reason we kind of don't need to do that. So to repair Pico, we do need the research, but we will go to bed for now. Oh, look, another tennis ball. Cool. Okay. Another tennis ball. Haven't yet go see Rick yet. Fine. Nothing in the house yet. Cool. What we got here? Angela's interior design. Monday to Thursday, 8 till 5. Furniture and decorations for the entire house. Yeah, so it's just another one of the shops advertising itself. Ah, received request. Go to the machine shop. So that was where I was heading. That's where I headed, basically. So it's over by the train station. But let's see. In fact, shall we go round if we can? So this is the bakery. So this is what's her name's husband? Morgan's husband? No, what's her name? I can't remember. Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met yet. My name is Jamie. I run the local bakery here. If you're ever hungry, we have lots of different cakes, muffins, fresh bread, cookies, pretty much anything you'd like. Oh, and of course, coffee. That sounds like the most amazing place to work ever. You think so, but truth be told, business has been rough for the past couple of years. Ever since the local shipping industry dried up, we just don't get as many customers as we used to. I've got all this product and no way to get it out to people. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise how things were that bad. It's alright, I keep telling myself business will turn around eventually. Make sure to stop by if you ever need to grab a bite. So yeah, we can basically just buy stuff, essentially. And as you see there, that would allow us to stay up later till 2 a.m. But it costs 5 coins, and it's easy to burn through the money in this. You do quests to get more money, but yeah. Doubles health for the entire day. Although I say I've not seen a health bar. Increases run speed for the entire day, so that might be a useful one to have right now. Flat white doubles hammer strength the entire day. Loaf of bread, freshly baked bread. Baked loaf of artisanal bread can be given as a gift. So yeah, I mean we have 50 coins, so it's not really worth the speed boost and stuff for the amount of cash we've currently got. Is probably not worth bothering with, but yeah. It's very. I mean, there's a similar thing in Stardew Valley where coffee speeds you up. Have we spoken to you, Cliff? Hello, young lady. I don't think I've seen you around these parts before. Cliff, you don't recognise me. Oh my stars, Morgan, you've grown like a weed. What brings you back to these parts? I just moved to town, actually. I'll be staying with Auntie. I figured as much. She's always been so fond of you. Talks about you often. I don't think she's quite gotten over what you did to her toaster. Yeah, I never could find a replacement. How has the store been? Not many customers coming around these days, but getting by. Is there anything you're looking to buy? Pretty short on cash, actually, so unfortunately not. Well, there are a few odd jobs around town you could help me out with. It's a bit harder. Excuse me, it's a bit harder for me to take care of them these days. It'll be a good way to meet the folks around town, not to mention earn some money while you're at it. If you press M on the map, I'll mark where you need to go. So, we've now got a quest that sends us to meet a couple of people. And as I say, we get little arrows telling us where those are. So this is where the machine shop is, so that's a separate quest. But we've got little arrows telling us where to go, which is very convenient. As you see, the stores do all have opening times, but why he's not open, given it's 8 a.m, I don't know. I guess maybe he has to stand there, does he? But you see how time has passed, which is a bit annoying, to be honest with you. You can buy kit, basically. You know, buy equipment. So if you wanted to just buy a turbine rather than make it, you can come here. But yeah. So we probably won't be doing a lot of that, but there we go. Oh, I should actually, let's have a look at what the actual quest is. So, so Michael wants one drill, which we can't make yet because obviously doing the research. Pete wants a wind turbine. I've made one of them. And Noor wants 40 copper bars, so we should set up copper bar production. Cool. So let's say hello to you. Elise, well, hello there. I don't believe I've seen your face around here before. Oh, hello, I'm Morgan. Morgan, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Longcast talked about you often. My name is Elise. I run the research of the observatory here. Well, at least I used to. Our telescopes malfunctioned a while back, and we haven't been able to bring in a replacement. It's a lot of very delicate equipment, and the assembly process is quite involved. But look at me, rambling away. What brings you back here, Morgan? I'm hoping to focus on my engineering again, perhaps work on the rocket with Auntie. You don't say? Well, this is exciting. Uncle is quite the engineer herself. You're in good hands. You'll have to keep me updated on your progress. Somebody went in here, didn't they? Can I help you? Oh, sorry, I'm Morgan. Right, you're the one working at the old factory of Ilongas. Let's, a lot of good parts in there. Could probably reuse a lot of them. You think so? I know so. I run the scrapyard south of town here. Took it over a few years back from the previous owner. Joke's on me though, back then we actually had some industry going on here. Now all that's left is recycling old equipment for parts. I've been hearing a lot of that lately. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Now, if you don't mind, I have work to do. So that's a load of scrap stuff. I don't know if there's a thing in it that implies that you can it replaces, that it fills up with scrap, but I haven't noticed it doing that, so can I help you? Oh, sorry, I'm Morgan. Is there something you need, Morgan? Oh, no, I just wanted to introduce myself. If you don't mind, I'm kind of busy here. Well, there you go. Very rude. Let's go and do the university so that we know we've got the research and we know what to make for the next research. Hey Mo, the blueprint for the new drill is ready. This should help save your lower back. Work on this has actually been fun. In fact, it's given me some ideas of new types of machines you could build. I'll admit it's been a while since I've had any interesting work here. Make sure to stop by the desk. Let me know what you'd like to research next. So we've got the drill. And remember somebody wanted a drill. These are the photos it's talking about that you fill out our first new blueprint. That tells us you've done the research. So we would get the splitter. And I say it looks like an inserter, but it's a splitter. But what we need to do is that one. And we need to make, in order to fulfill it, we need gears, bearings, and copper wire. Bloody blah. Now, we probably have some of that. Have we got enough? Oh, I thought we might have enough copper wire, but we don't. Okay. Now, can we build a drill? We can. Okay, so we've then got... I'll leave it like that for... Oh, in fact, let's do it on there. So, nor is the copper bar, so that's fine. So we would... The turbine, I think I built one of them. And the drill we've just done, and we get the mega gloves. Okay, so we need to go and find them. Let's have a quick look on the map. So that's because that's where Nor is. If we dash down to the machine shop, because I think that gives us another quest. I can't remember. Yeah, it says loads of scrap here now. So it implies it fills back up again, but I haven't seen it do that. Angela's design shop. You can't just set up a store in the middle of my workshop. Why not? This space wasn't being used anyways. Yes, it was. I had literal boxes of parts over here. That old junk, I put it outside. You? What? Why would you put it outside? What, Michael, you run a scrap yard. It's in the name. Scrap. Yard. Of course the junk goes outside. Just look at this place. You're lucky I showed up when I did. I want your stuff out of my workshop. You're not running a store here. Says you. Look, a customer. Hello there. Hi. Is this a bad time? No, this is perfect. See, my first customer. Welcome to Angela's Interior Design, where our designs can spruce up even Michael's grumpy attitude. I am not grumpy. Oh, don't be such a baby. Sorry, I don't think we've met. Morgan, nice to meet you. Morgan, I'm Angela. Michael's my little brother, though you wouldn't know that by how much he eats. Can you not? Please tell me he hasn't hit on you. I can beat him up if he has. I'll do it too. Oh my god. Feel free to look around and let me know if anything catches your eye. There we go. So, I don't know. Nice to meet you more than that. Let's stop by. Didn't even know Michael had an older sister. Seriously, you can't even mention me once? Sounds like my brother, all right. Not really one to open up. I was studying interior design in the city. Done that now, though, so I figured I'd open up my own shop. But rent is a bit hard when you're getting started, right? This is hopefully temporary until I get on my feet. It'll be an adjustment moving back here, though, that's for sure. Before you go, I have something for you. If you buy and paint on flooring, you'll need this if you want to clean it off. It's my own creation, extremely powerful. Don't get it in your eyes. So basically, you can do like floor painting, you know, like you do the stripes, warning stripes in Factorio. You can do that, and this is how you pick them up. She's just given us a paint cleaner, basically. And she sells seashells. So she sells all the, if you want to do decorating in your house, because say, and there's your caution paint, basically. You can buy all sorts of stuff to pretty it up. And I believe you can expand your house, but I've not done that. I think you might be able to put them in other people's houses as well, because I think you could do that in the demo version. I played like the demo, not demo. It was like the beta, or I can't remember. It's like early access version essentially. Notice here as well, look, you've got like boarded up things, so there's all sorts of stuff that goes on. Cool. So we need to find 2 people, one of which is right here. Oh, when I asked Cliff about a drill, I didn't think so. It just automatically gives it to them. You don't have to, you know, find it in inventory and mess about. I think you'd be the one building it. Looks like it'll get the job done. All right, not bad, Morgan. Here, you can have my old work gloves. Should be easy to smash up rocks with these. So that's basically, as you see, you get clothing as well. Breaks apart rocks and machinery faster. So basically, gets our hammer working quicker. How are we doing? 130. Okay. No, we didn't go in here. Oh no, we did. Sorry, yeah. Go in here. Oh, no one home. Good okey. Here we go. Another cutscene. It's quite heavy with these to start with, but they kind of die off basically. Tia, where are you off to again? Out. You're out every day. Half the time, I can't even find you. Well, maybe you could if you looked for a change. Excuse me, young lady? Who do you think has to run the whole store, not to mention keeping this house in order? The least you could do is help out around here. Plus, you shouldn't be off like that by yourself. What if you got hurt? What's it even matter? There's nowhere to go around here anyways. I'm just going to end up running this stupid shop in this stupid town my whole life, just like you. It's a standard teenager. Tia, mind your words. I'm leaving. Well, there we go. I don't know what I'm going to do with that girl. Always running off every chance she gets. Wait, Morgan, is that you? I wasn't sure if you'd recognise me. Don't be foolish now, sweetheart. How could I forget? Sorry you had to see that just now. Tia's been stepping on my last nerve these days. That's Tia. I think last time I saw her, she was just a baby. Well, she certainly doesn't have the mouth of a baby anymore, I'll tell you that. It's good to see you, though. Nice to have another smiling face around here. I hope you'll stop by often. Cool. Now, she does have a shop. It sells flowers, I'm pretty sure. But obviously, she's finished for the day. Yes. I don't know where Morgan went. Oh, well. We should go and find Pete. I don't know if that counts as meeting her. No one popped up in there. Let's have a look and see. Oh, so we have done enough to tick off the meet people thing. I think it's set slightly lower than the number of people there are, I think. Just so that to make it a little bit easier. It's a pain in Stardew because it's like finding some of them is not easy. Now, where have you gone? Are you at the beach? No, you're over here. There we go. Wonderful, this is just what I needed. These turbines work fantastic out here by the coast. Nothing beats that strong ocean breeze. Thanks for your help. Cool. So we need to make the 10 bars, copper bars for the Nor. Do that back at the... Oh, there's the... So this is the other mine. So whether they're connected or not, I don't know. We won't really be able to do this until we get a way of dealing with these, I assume, the slimes. Let's just check I have done. So that's the quest for doing the repairing Pico. Or, well, actually, it's probably Nor. She wants 40 copper bars. Greedy. Okay. Can we build a couple of drills? No, we would need gears. Okay. Do we... Oh, we can make gears. Let's make sort of 5 of those. Was it? Can't remember how many needed. 6. So if we make... Oh, I just used up all the iron plate, didn't I? Oh, well. It might be easier just to knock a couple of these down. That's stone, isn't it? Because it's a furnace. So the belt should give us iron plate. So since we just want to make a furnace... Oops, hold on. Right. It was a drill I was trying to make, wasn't it? Okay. That's an assembly machine level 2. And that's a furnace level 2. Okay. Where do we get to? So we want to put down one of them, and then we realise that our power is in the wrong place. In fact, I'll put it in the wrong place again. I'll put that in. In fact, can I put it there maybe? And then button. Get rid of those two. Oh, too far. Okay. Wait. That's where I had it before, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, so the copper. Obviously, we have a small patch here. Grab that. Let me think. If I do it downwards, it'll be out of the way, won't it? Because we just want to smelt some bars with one of them. And then, did I make... I don't have a couple of them. So it's just right click, basically brings it into a buildable thing, puts you in kind of building mode, but say you always got to remember that you count as being physically in the way. So let's do that there. And then I will... Wait, did I make 3 drills? I only made 1, did I? Iron plate, okay. I don't suppose... How full is this? Let's lock it off to 1 stack. I think because they stack to like 100. Okay. You actually get... I mean, there's a special thing called a buffer. So you'd be able to, you can put like a buffer in the way. It's a sort of way of grabbing stuff yourself, if you see what I mean. So I need... Haven't got any. Okay. Iron plate. Right. So let's just... Hold on. There we go. Do some of this old belt. Cool. And then what do we need? We need a drill. That. And we've got a furnace. We've not got an assembler. We need more iron plate. Okay. Oh, need even more. go. I never put... In fact, I need another one. But let's do the... Let's do the iron plate so that we can make the iron plate. Oh, I just killed the power. Did I make 2? I did not make 2 turbines. Okay. If I... Oops. Do that. Should just be able to... I mean, we're literally running it off of 1 turbine. What do we need for a turbine then? And we gave our turbine to somebody else. 15 gears. Fine. And we can make the iron bars already. But we won't be able to run that, so let's not put it in. Oh, I didn't put coal in this, did I? In fact, it didn't matter because I haven't got the power to run it. I think your gears, aren't you? Oops. Yeah. So I won't be mining all of this up, but it's just nice and convenient. Get the bits and pieces. It's already 8:25. I think I needed 1 more drill because we can get coal and just stick it in a item receiver. So then I put down, I got the furnaces, haven't I? What we need is a turbine, for which we need even more gears. Okay. Gears, your gears, I think, yeah. Notice the noise is exactly like the Stardew. I don't know if that's from some standard template, but it's like the exact noise that you get. You know, I don't know if it's like a Unity standard library thing, but it's when you're picking fruit or anything up in Stardew, it's exactly the same noise. I haven't got enough. I have got enough. Yes, there we go. So if we put in a second turbine, it'll just auto connect the power, but the crates will be in the way. I don't know what they're meant to be for. It's not. It's a separate thing basically. Right. So if we put a drill in, no, we need to put it in somewhere else, don't we? Because then it'll be. If I put it. Because you can't load things directly into it. So, actually, what I could do actually, if I go around the corner. In fact, I don't need that second belt then, do I? So you you have to have it on a belt so that it'll load in. I say that seems to be how it works anyway. But yeah, we can get this to just fill up. A bunch of coal. Coal is very efficient. You know, we don't need tons and tons of it. Let's put a power pole in. Oh, 10 o'clock. Is it worth just seeing if I can... What I usually do, or what I have been doing, is just putting coal at the top here. And just carrying a stack of coal around. Oh. So we're going to have to hand feed everything to start with. Can I beat the clock? Oops. I might just let it chug away. It's not really not enough coal for it to, you know, make a ridiculous number. I think that's basically full. We needed 40, I think, was it? Let's stop it down at 2. 2 stacks. It's T, isn't it? No, R. Oh, so power poles, things occupy a full. I'm used to squeezing past things, and you just can't in this game. Yeah, they either occupy the space or they don't, sort of thing. 11:10. Oh, I keep finding tennis balls on the front porch. Do you know where they're coming from? Tennis balls? No, my dear. I have no idea. Woof. Wait, what was that? Doggo. Leo. Oops. Bark. Oh, hello there. Hello there. Well, aren't you friendly? Auntie, do you know whose dog this is? No, I'm afraid not, my dear. No one around here has a dog as far as I know. He does seem to have taken a liking to you, then. Wait, he has a collar. Leo. Leo, are you lost? Why? I think he's trying to find his way home. Can we look after him, at least until we find where he belongs? That sounds like a good idea to me. What do you think, Leo? Woof. I think he agrees. Looks like you're staying with us, Leo. Welcome to the family, Leo. So we just kidnapped a dog. What we can do, what you do with the dog, or what you can do, is you can throw tennis balls. The dog collects them. It's also useful for like pathfinding, like finding people basically. Because you can, if you're looking for someone, you can tell him to go and get them basically. But it's not, because they're marked with quests. You know, when you need them, it sort of does the same thing really. Cool. So let's crack on. So it should calm down a bit now. Oh, we can also pet him. So if we just, I'm happy to see you too, Leo. If I look up someone in my journal, here we go. I wonder if I can ask Leo for his help finding them. So if we just give him a little scritch. Can you scritch the dog? You can indeed. And it is raining. Whether rain has any effect on anything, I haven't really been able to work out. Okay, so have we got enough copper bars for Nor? We have. Excellent. So we know we've got them for Nor. Just move all of this out of the way. Okay. Let's just pause it and have a think. We need to deliver 50 gears, 25 bearings, and 40 what? For research. Gears, bearings, and copper wire. It's copper wire. Okay. So now that we've got the actual bars that we need, how about we extend... Oh, well, let's do that because it's got stuff in it. And unless I'm quick, it'll put one in. Okay, so what we actually want to do, might need to move this down if we can, is one of them. I haven't got any assembly machines, have I? Or assemblers, rather. And we go. Where did that go? No. Like that, and we want to make copper wire. So we will set that. We will just let that chug basically, because what I can do is get rid of some of these. If I can, no, it's not going to let me. Because we're going to need loads of copper wire for building stuff, so might as well just let it run a bit like this, really. But belts have stopped. Why have you stopped? Because we got 150. I think I might just kill off this machine for now. Get rid of the belt. Because 150 is kind of plenty just for now. And I would rather we made the gears here. And again, we'll let that just chug away. It will auto stop essentially because it'll run out of coal. And, so because you don't have a splitter, because you don't have an inserter, you kind of can't get past the fact that these only have one input. Let's say that the coal lasts for ages, and will last even longer when we get appropriate research. Let's get all of that. So we've got plenty of copper bars for Nor, plenty of iron plate, random bits of stone. I've somehow double clicked on that one. Put Leo's ball. Let's put Leo's ball there. Okay, get rid of that. So I haven't really bothered with the friendship thing yet, so we will probably just trash it. There's infinite respawns. There's no cost to doing that. So we'll let that chug away. How many did we need? We needed 50 gears. We also need 25 bearings. Now, bearings. I cannot remember the recipe. Bearings are iron plate. Okay. And we can't do the splitter yet, can we? No. But what we can do is, how far does that actually reach? To there. So if I go, yeah, that'll work. I haven't got any yet. I need another mining drill. And I will need 2 assemblers. And 1 furnace. We will probably kill our power. So let's put another one in preemptively. They just auto-connect with the wires. It's quite convenient. Because we can simply... In fact, if I put the... Whoops. Furnace in first. I'm in the way. Do that. So if we make... Find gears. Then we can... No, bearings are right. Bearings are after. Oops. So, oops. Oh, I haven't got any. Okay. Need an item receipt. Oh, missing gears. I should grab some gears then. So it's escape to bring this up, which I wish it was E basically. You know, like Factorio. But it's fine. Bearings I probably am going to limit, because although we will use quite a lot, they're not quite as important. However, we do need to top up all of our furnaces. Oops, did I throw it on the floor? I did. Let's have a look with the copper. So, where it's got the 0 out of 50, that's actually means going into the thing. So when we're doing the automated version of putting the research things in, how many did we need? Only 40, so we've got them now. You can see it ticking up so that you know when the research is done. It's all got, because it's spent a little while in early access, it does have a reasonable number of quality of life features. Take that. I need 50 gears. So we need 25 bearings, which is still making. Okay. Let's just give Leo a scritch. Is there any bit of the map I didn't show you? I didn't really look at the observatory, but I think you get the idea. I mean, basically, that's broken, that's broken, that's broken, this is broken. This doesn't work until we fix it, you know. Same with the train thing. So, you know, it's very much like the Stardew thing, where you're the one doing all of the stuff in order to get everything to happen. But then, I mean, that's like a lot of games, isn't it? You are the central character. But no, I don't think there's anywhere you've not seen. What I could do is a bit of a cheeky preemptive thing, unless we've done them by now. No, 5 off. I could, because the other thing is, you're not like tied. I say you don't. You kind of have to get out of the mindset of like building in a central factory. So if we do one of them, and there are resources until you get into the train bit. There are resources all over the place. So if you need something in a place, there's probably iron or copper and coal nearby, so you can kind of just use them locally. You know, they're there for you to do the job basically. So I've just built. What did I just build? I built a drill. Let's build another drill, which should still be powerable. Yeah, turbine will do that. I could probably do with some of those, but I think I've just taken that. No, we've got 40 still. Cool. Because I'm going to do a little cheeky thing of like preemptive, because here we have a great big stone patch, and I happen to know that we will need quite a lot of stone very near here. So we're going to be a bit cheeky and preempt. Now, I think, in fact, if I put the thing in there, because you can load onto. You don't have to have a single belt for a single thing, and you see how it's putting the arrows, and it's auto working out where to do things. It is very nice and convenient. But these produce 30 a minute, so they will mine 30 a minute. A transport belt. What is it not showing? Maybe it shows me in here. Here we go. Conveyor belt rather. Moves 90 items, so we could put 3 level 1 miners worth of stuff on there. So you do get into ratios and all of the lovely factory game things we should have made. In fact, let's just grab these gears as well. One can never have enough gears. All iron plates. In fact, so I say one of the really nice things is it does like the auto thing. So if I go T, all it puts in there is the iron plate. It doesn't put in all of the other rubbish I'm carrying, which I do think is a very nice little quality of life. And similarly, if I go R, it just pulls them out without me having to do it. So we've got 39 bearings, which I think we're fine with. So if we can find Nor, where is Nor? Looks like she's at the university, which is convenient. Let's just grab them as well, just because. Cool. I could actually show. Well, it's fairly obvious how it works. So I could show you the Leo finding Nor thing. So there's a whacking great arrow over ahead, so it's not hard to find. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Rebecca said she needed these for her research. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. If you haven't yet, you really should stop by the university. We haven't. I mean, we kind of stood in the university, so we could come up with all sorts of blueprints to help you with your factory. Well, indeed. Right. So let's snip down here, and then just do a deposit, and we're done. So nice and easy. But we do have to do this bit. And reset new components for her. I'm not going to go through all of them. You see, we research so assembler. Okay, so that gives us heatsink, stator, small motor, and ticks off our thing there. Cool. So assembler level 2 is basically has 2 inputs essentially. So it then lets us build things that require 2 inputs. Okay. But it does require, to do that research, we would need the heat sinks, which is the thing we've just unlocked. What I will probably actually do is queue that one up. Now, have we got those? We've certainly got the copper wire. Probably haven't got the gears. But let's have a quick check. Deposit? No, so we would need to bring a few more gears. But we could have the so-called splitter. I don't suppose there's any Assembler level 2. Because part of doing Pico means we need the level. I'm pretty sure. Well, motors certainly need a level 2 assembler. What was it more? Oh, it's more gears, but we will take what you've got. There are bigger packs. I mean, you don't have to use these. They're just very convenient. You know, we've got a whacking great copper patch up here. So, you know, don't have to use these tiny little ones, but it's just nice to do it locally, you know. So let's take, was it gears we needed? Yeah. What about bearings? If we grab those, I might just limit that to one like row. Okay, so we've got the gears. Because it'd be nice to get Pico done, or at least building the bits to get Pico done before close of play. Oops. Doodly-doo. Just finished roofing for the splitter. Cool. I'll show you it works. It's a little weird. It does make sense, but it is a bit sort of... And now's your underpass, as it called it, which is your underground belts. But really we need to do this one, because that's for our next quest bit. Heat sinks. I wonder if heat sinks are the one. Perfect. So I'm going to hold fire on reading some of them out. I'm running out of voice. So, assembler, level 2 at the research. 50 gears. I don't suppose... Did we have 50 gears? Just be convenient to stick it in if we have. No, 20. Okay. But we're obviously making gears. So it won't be too hard to fill that up. Yeah, it's nice that it shows you these things, because obviously then you can say, oh, well, I need to grab 25 of the heat sinks if you've not got them. Okay, let's have a quick look. So, splitter is gears and copper wire. So I need to grab some gears for that so I can make one of them. I'll show you that works. The lights, chest, I might just make one of them so I can put these. We've got our classic solipsistic. In fact, I never went and had a look at these, did I? Oops. But yeah, the classic. The thing that you build, like the storage thing that you're building, holds multiple of the storage thing that it is. So you can put loads of boxes in boxes. But yeah, we'll get rid of them for the time being. Now, I need a bunch of gears. Take them. It's not quite... we've already done 30, haven't we? But heat sinks. Okay. I didn't look at the recipe. Copper bars, that's it. Okay, so let's build another drill. And another furnace. And another assembler. In fact, do we have to do a two-step? No, it's copper bars straight to heat sinks, okay. And another item assembler. And let's do a similar thing. If I put it on that side. We want... No, furnace first, isn't it? There we go. Furnace to make... Wait, what is... Oh, I built an assembler, idiot. Furnace. There we go. Cool. Oh, wait, no, I could do with a top up of all our coal things, couldn't I? Oops. Helps if you don't travel on the ground. You see they've been going all day and they've only used like 12 or so. You know, so it's not that bad. Oops. You could probably do sushi belting, I would guess. I wouldn't imagine it'd be very easy in this. But you could probably somehow get it to work, because, you know, it's using 2 a minute and 30 a minute, so you'd have to somehow manage it to do that, which I imagine would do a lot of splitters doing, you know. Oh, I need to show you how those work, actually. In fact, why don't I just pretend for the sake of showing you. So what you do, let's imagine, oh, I'm in the way. Let's imagine we wanted to split this copper output instead of making a separate one. You put the machine down, and then this is where it's picking up from, and this is where it's dropping off to. Yeah. Now, what you can also do is configure it to have a throughput limit. Okay. So this is where it becomes a bit more clever, because, excuse me, when it's at no limit, it'll just pick up every single one that it can, right? But you can get it to do every second item. So in other words, it's a 50-50 split. Every third item, so a 1/3 split. Every fourth item, every quarter split, basically. Every fifth item, every sixth item, seventh item, eighth item, 10th item. An overflow means basically only pick them up when that belt is full. So it's quite a smart little device, actually. But yeah, it looks like an inserter, but it's actually a splitter. Okay, what were we doing? At this stage, I think it's more convenient just to... is that right? It's iron bar straight to... Yeah, to heat sinks. Just to make a new drill and, you know, stick an extra thing on. But it is useful. Certainly later on, I was spraying them all over the place. There. Should we just have a quick top up on that? Because it's 7:30. Now, why have you got copper bars in you? Oh. In fact, have we got all of that we need? So, in fact, let's double stack that. It does this thing. It's this thing you get in a lot of the factory games where, at this stage, it feels like we're easily producing way more than we need. Yeah, some significant shocks coming in terms of the amount that we need to make. Very much ramps up. Okay, so we've got 24 of your finest heat sinks, and we need 25. Is that done? That is done. Right, what is the time? 8:10. So, university is closed, but we could nip back and drop it in so that we're ready to go. And we don't have any other bits. What we could do is put what we need, because I think he needs motors, doesn't he? That's why we're doing the research level 2. But we could also go and throw what we've got in, because he also needs like gears and stuff and wires, I think. Let's have a quick see. Okay, so we might have made 4 heat sinks. We need them. The bearings. The gears. Yeah, oh, okay, it's stators. Okay. They are definitely a double, 2-item thing. I wonder if I can turn the fire on. No. Okay. Right, so if we grab those heat sinks, I'd be interested to know as well. Have I got enough gears? What time is it? 8:45. Because obviously it's got a pub down by the, at the shore. It might be closed, I guess. But I don't know if it's like Stardew where everyone sort of accumulates in the pub at night. So pop them in. So that's done, ready to go. 9:10. We will get a way of moving around a lot quicker. So I'm trying to rush a bit through this. There was, what's her name? Morgan, was it? 9:25. I think they're all coming back from the pub. There we go. They do. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if... Okay. Leave me alone, please, Charlie. I wonder if you buy beer and stuff. Old ham radio. Seems to be receiving static. I wonder if that's something you can do. They're all just sort of milling about, aren't they? Okay. It's good for future reference because it means I know at least some of them. You know, go to the pub in the evening. You can. This is grass, and you can cut it down, but I don't know if it serves any purpose or not. So, tomorrow we should be all ready to finish the research off. I might dash over and see if we can also catch the land expansion thing. Because he's only there till 9 AM. Okay. Cool. There are like achievements that pop up, but I've obviously already done quite a lot of them, so these early ones. Rebecca, yeah, cool, fine. It's all full. This is warning us that this patch is basically, you know, quite heavily eaten away. That symbol. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. I think that means it's full. It does do a little thing to warn you, and it also pops up here if you get machines that have run out of, like coal, like a set of fire, you know, furnaces out of coal. It'll put a little symbol there. Now, I just want to check what I've got on me. Wrong button. I've got a few gears, a few bearings. Just because if we get a research that is, you know, gears or something, we could well have already done it. We'll have the stuff. So if I grab some more heat sinks, in fact, let's make sure we got a stack of bearings. You know, we might accidentally have brought everything with us, but probably not. Ah, I need to limit that one. Let's do 200 wires. I'm fine with it, just chugging away. Ah, here we go. What's going on over here? Ah, perfect. Just the person I was hoping to see. I just finished building this new job board. I don't remember issuing a permit for this. Morgan here has been helping out recently with odd jobs around town. I figured we can give people a place to post any work they need help with. Makes it a bit easier to pick up odd jobs. This is amazing. What do you think, Morgan? Up for picking up some more jobs here and there? We sure could use the help from someone like yourself. Of course, thanks so much, Cliff. They're all obviously infinite, bottomless money wells, resources. I don't know how they make their living, but they've all apparently independently wealthy. You really didn't think it would be necessary to apply for a permit before erecting a board in the middle of town? No, I didn't. It was already there, actually. It was, I didn't point it out, but it's like... So, this is the job board. Very much like Stardew Valley, where you have the notice outside of, what's his name, Pierre's. As it says there, new jobs posted at 6 AM. They are, certainly at this stage, about delivering what are usually fairly high, for where you are in the game, high tier stuff. So we can't actually make status yet. That's the research we're going to get, and it's already asking us to deliver 50. And as you see, 100 coins is not actually that much money. You do get bonus. Oh, sorry, that was looking at the wrong one. So it's 400 for thing and 100 bonus if you do it by this date, by the Sunday. And that's what I was saying, that there is a little bit of time pressure in that we would therefore have, what would that be? So that would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do that. do it on time. I think when you accept it and it goes past, you can still deliver it. You just don't get this bonus, basically. And there you go. Small motors. We can't even make small motors yet. So it's asking us for other things. But... oh, no. Okay, so we've not got... Okay. There's a job on here that will come up. That's... Because it also posts things about, like, developing the town. But obviously that we're not at that stage yet, I guess. Now, let's see about this. Upgrade the arts. Okay. Okay. A water tower to your property. Interesting. Kitchen upgrade. Add a new kitchen to Auntie's home. Interesting. Huh. I wonder if there's cooking in the game then. I've seen strawberries lying around. It probably just means an expansion sort of thing. But that'd be interesting if there is cooking. Maybe there's farming as well. Excuse me. Buy the additional land to the north of the silo. So that's that bit on the far side with all of the, that's walled off basically. 50,000 coins, you see. So they're not cheap, these things. Whether there's additional things, because I obviously haven't done any of these. I haven't got any money. I'll play through. But yeah, whether there's like extra... Oh yeah, Leo chases the birds as well. So he goes off and runs off. Okay, so we've done the delivery. What this should open up, this should give us access to the auto, the slots basically. Perfect time, just finish assembler. Craft level 2 components. Needing a lot more of them. There we go. So we can find more. See about delivery situation. So, here we go. Excellent. These chutes have been covered up for far too long. Thanks for your help taking off those boards, Nor. When I took this research assistant position, this really isn't what I had in mind. But we're grateful for you anyways. Now that we have a level 2 assembler, we're going to start needing a lot more components for our research. I don't think our poor little drop box is going to cut it anymore. We used to use these chutes for delivering equipment, but you can use them for delivering research components. Now you're able to connect multiple belts to deliver different kinds of requirements at the same time. Or you can still drop the components off by hand using the drop box if you prefer. How many components are we talking here? A couple? A couple of what? 100. So as you see, it ramps up quite significantly to the extent that you can't carry them all in your inventory. You must be joking. Research is no joke. You're telling me. You'll want to pay close attention to the throughput of your assemblers. You can see the throughput when inspecting it. If an assembler isn't getting enough components per minute, it's going to really slow down. When that happens, you should build more assemblers for these earlier components so that you can hit max throughput. Max, I haven't been able to get assemblers to run at more than 50% throughput. Is that so? Sounds like a challenge. Morgan, let me know if you can get an assembler making copper wire to run at 100% throughput. Why do you have to show me up like that? I look forward to seeing your results. So yeah, so basically there's only a couple of those that I'm aware of. I've done both of them in my other save, but essentially that's sort of teaching you the whole, optimizing builds and that sort of thing. So we can now make stators, potatoes. What do they take? They're gears and copper wire. So, okay. We don't have the other thing, right. What we will get is basically the opposite of that. So an item giver, in a sense. I can't remember what it actually calls it. But it automatically puts, it's like a loader in Factorio. It puts the things on the belt, basically, automatically. So it's a way, I found it very useful for this early phase, because you can just throw a thing in and make, if it asks for 20 motors, you can just make 20 motors quite quickly without having to completely reroute all of your base, basically. Okay. So yeah, stators will what? Then we're going to need a lot of motors. Is one thing. Okay. Right, but we don't have many challenges. So we need to make stators for Pico. That throughput and a copper wire. Yeah, okay. Boop. Furnace level 2. Useful. But I think I'd rather have that. What have we got? Iron plate. Oops. One thing. Stone. Have we got 200 stone? I could, maybe. Is only iron plate. I've got 100. And stone. Okay, how about we set that up as just to sort of, in a sense, show you how it works. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You can work it out yourself. But let's kind of just sort of... See, I just whacked Leo by accident there. If we get... Because we need to make iron plate. And stone... I think... The stone is actually... Whoops. In the next thing over. But let's set up the iron plate first. Cool. So, we won't have any. Let's build 3 drills. And we're going to need a furnace, the iron plate. Got plenty of belt. We're going to need an item receiver for the coal. Furnace probably need more power piles. In fact, we definitely need more power piles. And we will need at least 1 turbine, if not 2. Okay, 2 it will be, I think. Cool. So, if we go... one of those there. We'll just put a sneaky, cheeky... did I build item receivers? I got 1. Don't only need 1 of them. Cool. No, that's the wrong thing. Ah. Okay. So if we go... if I put that... Oh, I'm in the way. There. Think that'll cover everything? So we would go that. Where's... Have I got furnaces? I have. Oh, keep doing that really. Like that. Assembly machine? I didn't make one, did I? No. Assembly machine. In fact, let's. If I make one of these, I can just sort of show you what I mean. So basically, it's got 2 inputs, and then you know feed in 2 separate things, and obviously then it gets bigger. So it's all fairly obvious, really. Iron plate. And we want to go up a thing. Get rid of that. And pop that on there. Nope. There. Nope. And well, I'm misaligned, aren't I? So we go like that. Like so. And we can grab. Oops. Grab this coal. I think we need infinite coals. Oops. Then there. I mean, it's a bit overkill for this. You know, we'll have that back home. Oh, there you go. There's your warning thing. So that's it telling me somewhere back home my furnaces have run out of coal. Okay, let us pick all this up. I don't know if there's something that has like a bigger collection area. It's a bit of a pain in the bum. It just sort of leaves them on the floor. Oh, and that's annoying as well. Right, so we've got a big stone patch here. I'm in the way again. Oh, there we go. Put ourselves power thing on. Oh, there's a strawberry in the way. Somebody's put a dang strawberry in the way. You see what I mean? Sometimes it can be a bit sort of... Right, where's it coming in? You see how we've got... Because we've got 3 bricks there. And 1, 2, 3 bricks there. So that's like meant to be your clue as to, you know, where you've put it. But you remember. And I never remember. We want to go... Kind of... Whoops. Jaggedy around those rocks. Okay, let's do it. No, there we go. And there we go. So it will slowly deliver those 200, etc. Hello, Pitch Mate. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Cool. So let's let chug away on that. Copper wire assembler. I think we might be able to just do that. It's not too difficult. It's quite restrictive, I would say, in terms of... I don't know if it does it for status. There you go. Cannot be crafted by hand. It's only like the very low level stuff that you can actually make by hand. I think you can make all the buildings, or certainly all the ones I've encountered. But in terms of components, it's really about automating them, and it won't let you do quite a lot of them by hand. What was I going to do? I was going to see about... Because we've got these here. So what we could do... Because that's making the wire, isn't it? Because it needs 60 a minute, you see. And what we can do is use our splitter. Oh, no. That's the wrong thing, isn't it? That's not what we want. Use our splitter though. I should have lined them up, shouldn't I, really? Okay. Maybe if I do it this way then. Well, that's out of the power. How annoying. Let's just redo that then. That. And then grab one of them. So... And then if I do something really, really janky, you just literally need to hit that target, basically. You don't really... There's not going to be a lot of benefit for us doing that at the moment. But I think we get money for it, so we might as well. So basically, this is what you're looking at, essentially. This is telling you how you're doing on your throughput. Also played that game today. Good. No pocket crafting a rocket sire. Yeah, I know. It's unrealistic, isn't it? There you go. So we've literally done it. You just have to hit the target, and then it's like, yeah, you've done that. So it's quite easy. There is an achievement for that, but I say I've already done it. Oops. Cool. So that... Oh, and that's out of coal as well. They're probably all out of coal, I guess. You see it's done the iron plate one. So yeah, you can essentially automate research. So I say I'm not finished. You know, I've really only got like slightly into the next season, which is effectively the next chapter or whoops, I keep doing that. However you want to phrase it. Okay. Out the way. What 345? Because I happen to know part of the reason I set this one up here. But yeah, so I would recommend the game. It's kind of a thing. But with the caveat of only having done sort of a bit of it. But no, how are you finding it, Peter Schmidt? I don't know if you're enjoying it or not. It does feel a bit, I mean, I don't know, but it does feel a bit like I'm not sure it would be like a repeated playthrough type game. I mean, I'm sure you could do differently optimized builds and all that sort of stuff, but I'm guessing because it's story focused, it's just there's not going to be a second story when you do it on a second time playing through. So you can skip all of that. So yeah, we'll just chuck these in so that I can do this research, but also got the roof at the end. Okay, you can do that one first, are you? Cool. Ah, that's the one I was after, the dispenser. Gears and plates. Okay. Oh, are you not going to do the... Wait, are you... Oh, there we go. Why didn't it do it before? Well, if you miss Hotshot, then how about you seeing you can max throughput on crafting stators? So the next one you see is stator potatoes. Which is what we've got to make anyway. Which is why I was keen to get that done. So it's delivering the iron plates, isn't it? I wonder if I could set up just a little watch together over here as well, because gears are iron plates. So what could we do if we went with a second one of them? What time is it? 5:40. Anyway, so if I built a second drill, a second furnace, because this is another 90 a minute one, so we could put in 3 furnaces worth. So I can sort of just go like that. We will obviously need... Oh, I've got some, haven't I? Yeah. Some power. Oops. But then we can get that to do that. We need to give it some fuel. Whoops. Might actually put it a third on. Thinking about it. Might be worth doing. Oh, it connects there. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't realise that was a repower one. Oh, cool. Need some more, don't I? Do that one. And don't need the assembler. I'm in the way again. Always in the way. Cool. Yes, so that should make that run at rate, as it were. So we should be able to use this to split it. Is that going the right way? I think that's going the right way. I didn't make an assembly, did I? That. Put you there, making the gears. And stick them in. Cool. Pico. Yes, so if we go and try and make some potatoes. Oh, it's a nice touch. It's got the lights coming out of the bakery. Right. So the thing we're researching is the thing that makes this super convenient. So it could... I mean, if I could set it... I mean, it's only... Probably need a couple of splitters, wouldn't it? Because basically you can just, stick them in this other machine and grab them from there. Because you can't load up a lot of the... So this one happens to be a good example. You can't load things up You know, it's not buffering hundreds of items. It's literally got the one in. These two, I think, do they? Yeah, so it's got 20 in, sort of thing, in terms of its output. But I don't think it's got many copper bars in from just taking the machines apart. So it is a bit sort of stingy. But then it has a specific machine called a buffer. So that's kind of where it's going with that. Right, so we made a level 2, did we? We did. Where is that? It's there. So if I go, I don't know, maybe just randomly stick it in there. Because we just want to get Pico fixed, really. No. And then, I've got any of them? No. Receivers. You see how I've eaten through quite a lot of our belt as well. Status is copper wire and gear. Because yeah, the thing I'm researching, I can just put a box here basically and just feed them in, and it's just because we only need 4 for Pico or something. I could therefore, I guess, use a couple of these guys. Oh, it's out of power range. And just sort of steal it from there. Put it in. Oops. Put that right where the power pole is. Come on. Okay, so let's move this over. In fact, I don't need that there at all, do I? I don't know why it doesn't. It's so you know, we don't put the path. Like, I don't know what you call it. Like the pathing on the belts can be a bit funky. Down, no, down there. So we go that. 11 PM. So hopefully it'll make some while we're sleeping. And we'll be ready to go. Oh! So we can do that one. I've also done throughput challenge. I don't think deliberately. I think it's just literally coincidental. But cool. Okay. So I am sort of blasting through this. If you're playing yourself, I would recommend doing it slower. There is no real rush. Because I'm speedrunning it in a sense. Pet Leo. Where have you gone, lad? Yeah. Right. Oh, mail. Just wanted to let you know I've started selling donation bins at the general store. Unwanted components. So these are basically for balancing, I think. It calls them a donation bin. It's quite a big thing. But it's just like a way of getting rid of stuff, from what I can tell. Like if your recipes aren't balanced and what have you, so that they don't clog up, you can use them because you can buy multiple. You don't get money from them like you do in stuff. You know, you can't just stick stuff in. Oh, you not need. You know, it's not a free source of cash, basically. As far as I can tell, anyway. There. Cool. What do we need to do? We need to talk to Rebecca of the challenge. We need to get the research done. And Pico wants some status, so let's do that. Because, wait, did I have a load? Anyway. No, I was looking at the wrong thing. How many is it you need, lad? 2. Billy Bob. Hey there, little guy. Remember me? I'm happy to see you too, buddy. I think that must be another library thing as well, because There's another game called Inception that uses that exact sound set. I'm happy to see you too, buddy. That's right, I'm back home, just like old times. No, Auntie doesn't seem to want to work on the rocket. She won't even let me see inside the silo. Oh right, the old vent. I wonder if we could use that to unlock the door from the inside. Let's go take a look. So you see, this is why I was trying to get him done, because basically that's how you progress the story. Think you'll fit in there, Pico? What? No, I'm not saying you've gained weight. See, it's one of those. I say it's one of those characters where they talk gibberish and everyone understands what they mean. I'm sorry, you look like the day. I'm sorry, you look like the day you were made. Look, all you need to do is make your way through the vent and unlock the doors. Good luck, little buddy. Various crunching noises. Keep it down in there, Pico. Auntie will find out. And here we are. Oh my god. See, it's a big thing, the rocket. I don't understand. It's all still in pieces. There's so much dust everywhere. It's like this place hasn't been touched in years. You're right. I'm sure she did try as hard as she could. A lot of this equipment is in need of repair as well. Indeed. Really? You think you could get this place running again? We'd need to repair all this equipment around here first. Okay, you've convinced me. We'll need to gather all the necessary parts first. Let's keep this a secret between us for now. We'll tell Auntie once we're finished. Let's get to work. So, we now have some production challenges, basically. Terminal doesn't... Nope. There we go. So this needs 40 wires and 35 heatsinks. Now, have we got that? We've not got all of that, but we know we've got a whole bunch of wires in a box. Now we then need to do this one. Weird, I don't remember these being here. So iron plates, are we making bearings? I think we are. And stator potatoes, so we are kind of making all of them. So we should be able to do that one. But this one, we need the motors for. So we're going to have to set up another production chain, basically. And that's copper wire and bearings as well. So it's all kind of stuff that's available. We haven't got to do a million researches. But yeah, we are not making motors. However, what I will actually do is Pico. Indeed. I haven't seen the remote around, sorry. See, it's asking after the TV remote. Are we going to do that? Yeah, let's go and do this research. Get another one queued up. And then I can do the challenge as well. Turn that in. There might be others, but I'm only aware of there being 2. In fact, I wonder if we could do that one first. Okay, it took a bit longer, but I hit max throughput for status. Wow, you're really getting into the hang of this, Mo. I'm impressed. Keep up the awesome work. Whenever there's a new component type, see if you can max out the throughput on it. That will help you stay ahead of researching new blueprints. Yeah, so you don't get new challenges, but we did get a grand. Okay. So that's the dispenser. Boop. Ah, coal efficiency. Coal efficiency is the last research in tier 1. It basically doubles. So where it's using 2 coal or 1 coal every 2 minutes, I can't remember what it is. But it basically halves the consumption of coal. But we're not struggling with that yet. So we will instead queue up that one. Notice it has small motors again. But we're already feeding in stone and gears. So we need to go and make 20 motors, basically, and that one's done. You rattle through them in this, particularly if you kind of set it up like I have there. 20 small motors. Okay. I can't remember what the servers needed and stuff. But what we'll do, we'll run around, get ourselves a couple of stacks. I could put them in a chest, couldn't I? Gold. Just whack them out of the way. Oh. I think we did need heat sinks, didn't we? But we will also, I guess, do a little bit of we can do. So I say again, if you've got excess, it will put these in. These aren't completely blocked off. It's just the machines won't fill past them. A bit like Factorio. A lot of this quality of life stuff was actually added. I might change these to do every second one. But yeah, this is why I set the limits on these, just to be sort of huge numbers basically, because I knew we were going to need quite a lot of stuff. Pretty sure the motors use them. Is it bearings and stators? I can't remember. How are we doing? Iron plate. So what we got there? So we've got 150 plate, 150 gears, 100 of them, 100 of them. So we need. Oops. Stators. Right, let's put that back. Let's just take a second stack just in case. And heat sinks we definitely needed, but I don't know how many, but we'll take 100 with us. And wires, let's take quite a lot of. Oh, I already grabbed some of them, didn't I? Let's grab a stack of that. Do we need stone? Don't remember. You're making stators, and so in fact, let's go and do them first, and then I can make the other assembly machine 2 in order to get the motors. I just quite like to get this ticked off without doing something silly like turning up with 19 when I need 20. So put them in. I think we'll be able to do this one. Yep. Okay, so we need 10 motors. Okay, we also need 20 motors for that. So we need to get motoring. If you will forgive the pun. Okay. So we will be tidying all this up. So there's like a thing. I kind of don't want to. Oh, look, here you go. They always get stuck on the thing. I kind of don't want to spoil it because it's a nice little surprise. So motors, mini motors, small motors. It is bearings and stators. Okay. Now we should, I guess, yeah. Okay, so we've got stators coming out of there. So if I make another one of these guys, then we can. So I wasn't entirely convinced by this way of doing, because you can put them. I've been doing it 99, directly and thing, so I can put it there basically. You don't have to do it straight like I've been doing. So put that there, and then say the bathing on the belt is fun. But what we'll do that. We will grab all of the stators we've got. I should, if I kill off the belt as well, just so that he didn't fill it up again. Because ideally I would be sort of storing them as well, but just for the sake of kind of getting this done. That's in the wrong place, isn't it? We need that to be there. And then we'll put a second one of these. Oh, oops, if you build it first. Second one of these. Yeah. I've just killed the power, haven't I? Yeah. In fact, I'm a bit surprised it lasted so long. Turbine. She'll have a bit of a moan, auntie, when you... I mean, it's not a moan, but she basically tells you, you know, because I'm using the power from the house, basically. So basically, turned off my auntie's power. Like a bad niece. Okay. We got a belt here. No. Want this item? No, we don't. There we go. That. I will just let that chug. I happen to know motors are something you end up needing quite a lot of, so we will just leave this uncapped. See how many we can make. But what I just remembered I didn't do is put that on every other one. If you want to change where it's picking up and dropping off, that's what the configure's for. So it just lets you reset it. Cool, so we need 30 motors, basically. It won't take long, they are quite quick. What we could do, I guess, in the meantime, is top up on some coal. I'm so a bit surprised we've not got a warning for the whole research thing. I was sort of expecting it to tell me that you'd run out of coal over there. Oops. But not quite yet, I guess. I think I've done... Have I done the level 2? Vanishes. I could show you one of those. So putting the coal in at this stage, it's not really all that problematic. But no, I haven't. I guess that's what we're doing next, is it? But yeah, this is the item dispenser. So if you just want to set something up quick and dirty, and it's halfway across your back factory and you don't want to build a million belts or collect them, this is the exact opposite of the blue one. So if I put, say, have I even got an assembler? Like that, and I don't know what I've got on me. In fact, if I make wire, just thinking about it, because I had these copper bars, didn't I? So if we put them in there, you see, and again you can do the whole auto fills it up. Now we might as well make a few. Oh, I've run out of belt, crikey. We should set up a little bonus belt maker. Okay. Have I got any of them? I've not. So we're probably going to want to make most of these, you know, automatically, but we're not sort of at the scale where that's needed. It was, what was it? Belts are iron plate, aren't they? Because it would have been nice to kind of just... In fact, I wonder if I could chain them. So if we build 2 of them... And what I can effectively do... Oops. Is get that, put that on there, and then that to like steal it. Let's put it there. Now I do want to configure that. I think I probably want it as an overflow, because I always want it to be sticking a plate in. I hit configure, didn't I, by accident? Yeah, because... Oh, I've trapped myself. I'm brilliant. And I make that every second one, didn't I think? Okay, so if we then make assemblers, like that, conveyor belts, belt, any of them, receivers. Hello, Ava Malloy. Just popping in because I'm curious. What is the comparison between Stardew Valley and Factorio? Never heard of this game. So basically, this is Stardew Valley. Factorio meets Stardew Valley. So we are building a rocket, or we will be building a rocket when we get to that part of the game. But this here is a rocket silo, and in here is the very first stage, the very first stage of a rocket. So that's our goal, which is what you do in Factorio. We're building machines, assemblers, furnaces, belts, all of the kind of standard gubbins of a manufacturing game, a factory game. And the Stardew Valley aspect to it, well, partly the look, but also that we are in a village, we are in a little town. And there are villagers, you know, people who live in the town, so we can do like social interactions. And there are, so for example, there's a bakery, you know, a general store. In fact, I need to go to the general store because we can get the backpack upgrade, I think now. I think it costs 2,000 coins. But yes, so, you know, and there are like shops, and there's church, and there's a pub, and a tavern, you know, all sorts of stuff. Now we will be using them for industrial purposes, building stuff. But there's also, like I say, like what you might call the social aspects of the game. Like with Stardew Valley, you know, we can give the villagers presents and increase happiness for them, and they start sending mail things, I believe. I've not actually done that bit of it. 28, we are 2 short. But yes, so it's like they've taken Stardew Valley, so, you know, living in a village, part of a community type of stuff, and smushed it together with Factorio build a rocket type mission. It is, and it's more sort of story based in a sense than, you know, a Factorio or a Satisfactory. Although partly because Satisfactory kind of abandoned its story. So we've got both the motors. Well, we've got the motors, but it's sort of irrelevant because time's gone. You're going to be gone, aren't you? Yeah, you're finished for the day. Unless I can buy that anyway. 3,000. I'm nuts. I can't buy it. Insufficient funds. Okay. I thought it was 2,000. Okay. But yeah, you see the research has chugged away, and it's just done it automatically because it's been delivered the bits and pieces. So we can drop them off, and we are ready to go with that. But we can also repair the server. That seems cool. How are you liking the game? I'm really enjoying it so far. I've not really engaged with the whole, you know, Stardew Valley social side of it, partly because, you know, my favourite, I mean, Stardew Valley is like my second favourite game ever, but Factorio is my favourite, so my immediate focus is, you know, on the buildy management-y thing. But also, I happen to know, I've been kind of, I don't know, speedrun it, but kind of rushing through this first part because I happen to know we get something that's massively useful and kind of cute as well. So that's repairing the silo done. We will now go and, whoops, and annoy Auntie with the fact that we've been very naughty and done the silo stuff when she told us not to. Graphics are really cute. Yeah, I really like them. The only thing I would say is there's a weird, like, motion thing at the edges of the screen for me. I don't know if it comes through on the stream, and I don't know if it's because it's in a 4K monitor or something like that, but it's like it's loading the tiles in, and only it's like there's a little pause every time you go to a new tile, and you're not moving tile by tile, but the camera seems to be. You can't see if you focus on the actual character and like close by the character, it's fine. But if you're looking at the edge of the screen, it does a weird, like, it's like slightly jittery, which I find a little disconcerting. Oh, we've got the underpass now. Cool. I might as well show you one of them because you've got there's a huge reach on them. It's 905, yeah. So if we build this underpass, you see it's a whacking great thing. What's that? I think it's 9 tiles, is it? 1, 2. Well, I guess 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so 12 total distance and therefore 10 underground bits. But you can't put it. You can't cross them over. It'll let you go under buildings, but if I tried to do an underpass across, like cross them over like you can in Factorio, it won't let you do it, basically. So you can't do the same sort of belt weaving that you can in Factorio. Here we go. Sounds like a bug report. Is this a newer game? Oh, it's brand new. Yeah, it literally came out on Tuesday. It's been in early access. No, it hasn't. It's been in a beta test that I. So part of the reason I know a bit more about it is because I was in the very early play test, and then they did like a demo / early thing. I didn't. What they did is they gave you the very first early bit of it, and then just said, if you want to go and build a mega base or something, then you can do it with the very low level components and just make thousands of gears or what have you. I didn't do that. I did the main bit, the story, and it popped up saying you're done, or the demo's end. The play test has ended, but you can continue if you want. So I stopped then. Auntie, I have something to show you. Released October 7th. Yeah, so it came out Tuesday, I think. Yeah, it's only like 15. Well, I think it's got like 25%, launch week bonus or discount on it rather. So I think it's only. Well, I say only. Obviously, it may be a lot of money for some people, but I think it's only 15 quid or something. What is it? I know you said not to go into the silo, but Pico. Oh, it's also on Game Pass as well. Although I know everyone's now cancelled their Game Pass. So. But yeah, it's on Game Pass. But Pico and I have been working really hard, and we got all the broken equipment repaired. You went into the silo after I specifically told you not to go in there. But I just thought that was incredibly foolish of you. Were you not listening? And to do so behind my back. What if you got hurt in there? Why would you do such a thing? Because what, Morgan? Because you promised. You promised me that if I came back, that we'd work on it again. I spent years thinking about it. No matter how much I missed home or how much I missed Mom, at least one day I could come back and we'd work on it together again. And now I'm finally back, and you won't even talk about it. ... I'm so sorry, my dear. So many years have passed, but you're right. I did make you a promise. If we're to work on the silo, then we should get the doors properly opened up. The main doors have been seized for years now. If I could ask a favour, we need to make some new motors first. The doors are extremely heavy. We'll need a larger, special type of motor to get them opened up again. Let me know when you have everything we need. Heavy-duty motor. Okay, so we've been given that as a free blueprint. Effectively, we don't need to research that. I just want to play these games, but I find I get more enjoyment just watching others. No worries. I will hopefully be continuing to play this through. My track record, I'll be honest, for these non-Factorio streams is that people tend to, people sometimes often actively unsubscribe. So I end up having to stop them. But I am quite keen to play this through on stream. But I don't really know how long it takes, you see. 20 heavy-duty motors for Auntie. And I think that's it, isn't it? That research is done. Oh, it is the furnace level 2 we're doing. Okay. We could go and pick up some jobs, I guess. We might be able to just, like, handcraft throw together. It's 10:15, though. So maybe we do that tomorrow? Yeah. Because the heavy-duty motor... because we don't need many, we only need 20. We can't hand make it. I say this, a lot of this stuff you can't hand make. But you see it's small motors and heat sinks. So it's a level 2 item. Oh, I haven't got enough iron plate. Okay. So this stealing, this transferring over thing does seem to work, doesn't it? Okay. Let's grab however many belts we've got. Take them. What was I going to make? I was going to make another level to assembler. Like so. I was just wondering if I can sneakily get it up and running. And by the time we wake up in the morning, we might have 20. Because we do now have the item dispenser. In fact, I've already got one of them. It's hopefully gone through all those copper bars. So we could use the one we've got. Transfer some... It'll be dependent on... Actually, what is it? How many motors we've made. So, because it's just a quick and dirty, get it done. Oh. Type situation. I did it again. I hit E because E is the menu thing. You know, close your menu in Factorio. Right, so we've got 27. We need 20 heavy motors, so we should be okay. Because they're one each. Okay. So I'll get one of them. Let's put it sort of here-ish. Heavy duty motors. If I don't pass out, this is. So we want, oops. I'll just grab them. And it's split stack is Z. So 15. Oops. I think I threw that on the floor, didn't I? Yeah. Control Z. We wanted 5, didn't we? And then I can't remember how many. It's double heat sinks, I think. I did it again. But if we just put that many in, I'm sure that'll be fine. Then we do that. 11:35. It's going to be close, but we'll be alright, I think. There we go. Oops. Does this game do the, if you lose sleep, you lose all your money? I don't believe so. I've not lost, I've passed out a couple of times, and I've not lost inventory items. The punishment it gives, because there's no energy level in this game, like in Stardew. So you don't lose energy, you lose time. So basically, it's a weird punishment, really, because I suppose it makes sense because, you know, there's some of the shops, you know, shops have opening times and closing times. So if you're like, oh, tomorrow I want to go and, you know, buy some, buy the expansion to the farm, he's only open from 6 till 9. So if you, and it's 10 o'clock you sleep in till. So basically you would miss that opportunity. And like, but most of the shops are open, you know, like a normal sort of working out day of like, you know, 8 till 6 or something like that. But you can do that trick. So if I had messed up, if you pass out, you wake up in bed, so it's auto saved. But if you realise, oh, it's 11:50 and I completely failed to do this thing I need to do, particularly like the deliveries, you know, the deliveries are timed, then, you know, you can basically exit the game and restart the day, and it, you know, it's the same. It doesn't save the game and progress the day until you sleep. Okay. Did we get that income today? Have we got the $3,000 now for the backpack? Is basically the question. And I do have to be careful on that because the days last about 20 minutes to half an hour. And of course that's going to take me over my usual ending point. Oh, so this will be the last day. I can always go to sleep early, you know. Go to bed early? What is this? Was there something else I was wanting to check? No. Say hello to Pico. Gibbery gibberish. I'm not really sure why we dream, to be honest. Well, there you go. Pico's having dreams now. Alright, so you got the warning somebody's run out of fuel. What we got? So we've got 20. Okay, so that lets us do the silo. But have I got general junk? Loads of status, haven't I? 10 what did we need 10 motors for? What's the other thing? Why did we need I think that's just coincidental, is it? Oh, it is, because that's just meant how many I've made. Okay. I'm just thinking, if it comes up and says, you know, it needs wire for the next research, then it'd be convenient just to have had the wire rather than have to make some more. So we could grab some bearings and some gears. I did that the wrong way around. Stack of bearings. Some gears. How many belts we got? Over 100 belt. Excellent. I wonder if... No, you can do it because you can press the key. Status. What am I missing? I've not got any heat sinks, have I? Do I need heat sinks? Oops. Back. So that was out of fuel. Should we do that first? I've lost them. There we go. This is very much a, you know, tear it down and rebuild type game. So we will get. I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think we'll get it by the end of this stream. I don't think we'll get it today. But there's a tool it gives you that makes all of that a lot easier. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, subscribe, whatever it was. So I guess I could do my promo things. I'm not like myself promo, so I'm not taking too much time at the end of the stream. But yeah, so I stream the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Here we go. So there is a special request to fix the old broken bridge. I didn't show you the bridge, I don't think, but this is why I was stacking up all that stone, because now we kind of have that in stock, and iron plates as well. So I'll be able to do that one straight away. Well, we might do that one, maybe. The old bridge, I didn't think that was ever going to be fixed. I better go take a look by the canyon. How many? No, we've got 2,900. I guess we'll be able to do the bridge quickly. The backpack just gives me an extra inventory row, which is useful, but I mean, it's not vital. So if we go to the bridge, 750 plate. Yeah, so we go do the research. Gotta go ready. Get ready for a thing. I'm going to. I'll pop in later. Give you a follow on Twitch, since that's where I'll be more likely to see you. Yeah, no worries. And thank you very much, if you're kind. Hope you have a good whatever it is you're going to do. I probably won't be. I mean, I'll only be streaming. I don't know when you post that message, but I'll be only streaming for another 10 or 15 minutes. So I only do sort of 3 hours usually, and I'll be honest, I'm actually thinking of shrinking it a bit. So yes, I stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, because I use Restream to do both. So you do have your choice of platform. However, YouTube... Oh, closed Sundays. Oh. So it's got that same annoying effect. Does it say that on the map? No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. So we need to do the motors for Auntie, but we could go and have a look. Excuse me. At the bridge, and I'll show you. Oh, here we go. You get a cutscene, basically. Hey, Cliff. Hi there, Morgan. I was hoping to see you here. I thought that the only one to respond to the job was going to be this little fellow here. Pico. Hey, Pico. I like your spirit. You know, it's been years since this bridge collapsed. There was some talk about fixing it and a bit of work here and there, but nothing ever came of it. To be honest, I can't even remember now why we stopped working on it. Feels like nothing ever changes around here these days. People are content staying exactly where they are. You have to forgive me, my dear. I've spent a long time in this town. I still remember when things were booming. It's a real shame to see how far things have fallen since then. It makes me wonder what the industry was, because the rocket didn't get built. So what's this industry and stuff that they're all talking about? Do you think we can fix this ourselves? I'm not sure, to be honest. But it's worth a try, isn't it? Also, can you ever imagine having a whacking great rocket, you know, like your SpaceX rocket, just over the other side of the town? If you're up for the work, what we need is someone to gather and build all the materials for the repairs. This is the supply depot. The materials can be delivered here either by hand or by using conveyor belts. You can see that materials are needed by what materials are needed by inspecting the building. We'll get quite a few of these. I don't know about you, but I think it's about time we get our hands dirty with this. Smiley face. I couldn't agree more. So, what I don't know is if I can do belt across this temporary wooden... Because no, doesn't look like it. No, it won't let me do that. So, the stone we've been mining is on the wrong side. But, because we need 2,000, you see, it's a lot. So we can put what we've got iron plate wise and stuff in, and then we can build a little chesticle if we've got one. Because what this is giving us a proper thing, like three lane, I think it's 3, it might be 5, I can't remember, bridge across the river. And of course this is where the mine is, you see, and there's resources and stuff in there. Oops. So if I temporarily put that there, and then I just literally, oops, Factorio muscle memory kicking in again. Literally just throw everything pretty much in there. I didn't get the backpack, did I? Oh. And now take that. And what have we actually got here? Don't know. A lot. I don't actually think it's enough, but because 2,000 is not. It might be. No, see, it's only 1,000 basically. So we'll have to let that chug away doing the thing. So we're not going to get the money for that. Okay. Let's take all of that. Salt. Okay. So we can't get the backpack because we haven't got the cash. I wonder if it'll let me in here or you have to do the thing I did last time. Hydrodan. Locked with a padlock. Yeah, we've got to break in basically. Okay, so we don't have enough stone. We will do the silo thing because we can't do the research because she's being lazy, taking the day off. No, okay. Do I just talk to... I can't remember how around I do this. 20 motors to auntie, okay. You have the new motors? Thank you, my dear. The last thing we need is power to the silo. I've unlocked the breaker for the silo. Go up to the meter to the right of the doors and turn it on. The silo takes a lot of power, much more than what we have at the house. You'll need to... You want to build some more wind turbines or else you'll trip the breaker. It does take quite a lot of power. We got one. How many can I make? I can make 3 or 4 more. Cool. So let's get these in. As you saw, the hydro dam, and there's like other sources of power around the... I didn't know the university gave you power. What we got there, remaining 17.5. I don't think that's enough. Because it like needs 30, I think. Way in the way. I put that in the wrong place, haven't I? There we go. What's the total now? 24.5. Let's give that a go. I don't know if it's enough, but let's give it a go. It didn't go blur. Okay. Now, what we have to do, and this confused me the first time. I was running around going, what am I meant to do? Basically, you have to click on it to turn it on. Okay, so grid utilization, reduce. Okay, yeah, so we're fine on that front. Looks like we're all ready to go. Nothing left to do but get the new parts installed. That should be about... Oh, sorry, that should about do it, I guess. Then, looks like we're all ready. I'm getting reading fatigue. So what now? You may want to cover your ears, my dear. It is loud. I like it. I don't know, it gives a little ping, like microwave ping at the end. You built this with Mum. I was younger once too, my dear. And here it is, all lit up. Your mother and I spent every moment working on this rocket, day and night. It was going to put our town on the map. But after she passed, I found I just couldn't do it anymore. And the more time that went on, the harder it was to come in here again. I'm sorry, my dear, I didn't know how to tell you. I haven't been able to work on the rocket for years, and now I fear these old hands aren't what they used to be. Sometimes life gets the better of us. I'm sorry, Auntie, I didn't know. Coming back to help you work on it, the way me, you, and Mum used to. It's all I ever wanted. That's what your mother would have wanted too. Maybe together we can start our work again. We're going to need a lot more parts than just some motors, though. To build the rocket, we're going to need to produce and deliver all the necessary parts for each section. Parts can be built using different machines in your journal and then delivered to these input chutes. You can inspect the chutes to see what parts are required or check your notes in your journal. Some parts you'll need to research at the university first before being able to assemble them. Talk to Rebecca at the university, see what you should research first, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be a lot of work, my dear. I can't wait. Well, there we go. Picking up the pieces. So, that has auto-ended the day, which I'd forgotten about, but then I remembered when we started that. So that's perfect timing, because that is 7 o'clock when I usually end these streams. What did we do? So we mined a couple of thousand resources. We also have, we got the stone chugging away to do the thing. We certainly have the 750 plates knocking about, I'm sure. So we'll be able to do the bridge, which is convenient, because that's lets us, well, if and when we want to do the mining, we can use that up there. And that should also give us the money to get the backpack. So we're sort of set up for some of the little buffs and improvements that we want. Okay, cool. Chapter 2, Summer. So we did manage to get through the first season. Cool. Let's... I wonder if we can throw that inside. Oh, we can. Okay. Right, yes, so that's it basically for today and for this week's streams. Oh, got a little heart on the... Interesting. I guess Rebecca's happy because we've been doing the research. Cool. Right, just put my schedule up. I will be doing exactly the same stream set... or set of streams rather, excuse some English, next week. So we will be playing Factorio, Crashtorio 2, spaced out, bit of a mouthful, on the Saturday. I was just wondering if maybe we'd be able to get to space. I think we're still quite a way off getting to space. But that will continue literally. I mean, my intention is to fully stream that series. I won't be doing, unless there is something that's massively grindy and I want to do it off stream. That'll be basically my full playthrough for that series. And that should just keep going until we finish it. I don't know how long it takes. It's obviously extends it. So, a space age playthrough at, 50 hours or something? It'll be at least 60, I would have thought. You do get a lot of stuff in Crestoria 2 late game that basically lets you cheat. Just do massive production for out of water and wood and stuff. But yeah, so that'll be the Crestoria 2 Saturday playthrough next week. Little Rocket Lab, I will continue this save exactly where we are leaving off. I've just left it in case it times out. It won't do because it'll be ages. But we'll continue the save. But I will probably be playing my personal save. So hopefully I'll be able to guide us through relatively quickly. But yeah, we might reach a point where I catch up and I'm left unsure what to do. However, the week after I will be. Is that right? Am I getting my weeks mixed up? Next week, yes, the week after I will be on holiday, so I will not be streaming the weekend of the 25th and 26th. I will be working on videos, which is the other bit I need to talk about. If you're, I said earlier, you have the option of Twitch or YouTube as your preferred platform because I use Restream to stream to both. But YouTube is the only one with VODs. So YouTube has all the VODs for eventually this series, the Crestoria 2 one, all my Factorio, loads and loads of that, as well as other building and management games like Satisfactory, Tectonica, Dustin Sphere Program. So they'll all be on there. It also has the current videos that I'm doing, which are the Law Speculation series. One of those came out on Friday. Seems to have done okay numbers-wise. People seem to have watched it and some nice comments and stuff. The next one of those will appear... Well, the ones for November and December are basically either done or work in progress. So those are all up till the end of the year. I'm trying to do a couple of special ones. I'm trying to do one that is like what I want for version 2.1. I don't know whether they'll even be a 2.1, but they might well release that before I've finished. So yeah, my plan is to do more YouTubey stuff, but certainly do more of the quick tutorials. When I'm on that holiday, basically. So yeah. But yeah, you can catch up with those law speculations. You can also find my Friday Facts read-throughs that I used to do. People still click on and watch them. I guess somebody said they do as background sort of thing, which is always nice. But yes, you can catch those as well. If you want to follow me on socials, then Blue Sky is the one. I'm not really active. I'm not really a social media type person. So Blue Sky is the one I vaguely use every so often. But that's it basically. So yes, we have the most recent Law Speculation went up on Friday, and give it a watch, see what you think. It's about why I think the engineer crashed. The two that are coming up are why the shattered planet might have been shattered. I've already done on how you would shatter a planet, and also what I would have wanted. It's more open speculaty, not so much lore, but what I would have wanted for the end game for Space Age. I'm not a massive fan of number goes up as just that's the end of the game, and I would have preferred a bit more of a concrete goal. So it's talking about some ideas and thoughts and stuff that I would have liked to have seen for that. Hopefully it's clear that it's not a massive moan and a complaint, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to do that video, but it is taking a little while. So that's all of my self-promo-y type stuff. If you have been watching, then I hope you enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Little Rocket Lab. Thanks for watching. Cheers.